CCU.
Welcome to Rice-Eccles Stadium. It is time. We've come to this. Two teams this morning have come to the turf of Rice-Eccles Stadium in pursuit of a state championship. The 5A semifinals kick off with the Olympus Titans taking on the Timpview Thunderbirds. Welcome to Rice-Eccles Stadium. I'm Jeremiah Jensen, alongside Stevenson Sylvester as always. You played a few games in here.
Yes,
you know how special
yes.
this place is. And for these young men, this is what they've worked so hard for, a chance to come here and try to win a state championship on the turf of Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Yeah, man, as you said, I got double nostalgia today, right? I got college football at the University of Utah, but also high school football. I've been excited all week. I know you've been on the radio talking about this, but it's finally here. The semifinals is here. Olympus made it. You know, Timpview made it. This is going to be an exciting matchup, and I cannot wait to see who comes out as champion.
No, Timpview was expected to be here. They were in the 5A state championship game last year and lost that heartbreaker to Lehigh in double overtime, a classic last year to end the season. Olympus is a different story. They're a 5 seed. They've really come together throughout the season. Head coach Aaron Whitehead stepped down in the summertime to take a new job. Coach Whitehead, if you're watching, we love you. But they've had a great job done here, and Coach Burt has done a tremendous job getting this program in a short period of time through training camp into this season, ready to go. And as the season went on, they got better and better and better, led by their star, Luke Bryant.
Yeah, as you said, you come into this game, you have a lot of tribulations, ups and downs, losses. I had a loss to East early in the season and then came out in the playoffs and made it happen and getting all the way here to Rice-Eccles Stadium. There's one thing, you know, talking to this team the past couple years, you know, what's great about these teams is we follow them from year to year, so we develop with them. And we just know how important this getting to Rice-Eccles Stadium was for this team and giving them the opportunity and the stage to accomplish a state championship for Olympus. This has just been an awesome ride for them.
Star-Spangled Banner playing here right now at Rice-Eccles Stadium for Timpview, Sly. It starts with their junior quarterback, Helaman Kasuga. Actually, the sophomore quarterback, Helaman Kasuga. He was a freshman last year and led them all the way through here. He didn't look like a freshman last year, and he's just taken off again this year and played excellent football. Yeah,
he's just been a guy that has developed year after year, looks better. All right, we saw him as a true freshman. We were highly impressed. You know, when we covered them in the quarterfinals last year, we're like, oh, this is a freshman quarterback. He's not going to throw the ball. Lo and behold, he's throwing the ball all over the field. And getting all the way to the state championship game last year, where I know he wants to get back to get redemption for that loss against Lehigh last year. And, you know, he's just looked great. We covered him earlier this year when they played Lone Peak, and we're just like, this guy is special. He's in the class of 2026, and he's got such a bright future, which there's a lot. This class of 2006 in the state of Utah is something special. There's guys all over the place, but I think Helaman Kasuga is at the top of that class.
Let's talk about Luke Bryant for Olympus. He's a 3-star athlete that's going to be playing college football. He does everything for them, offense, defense, special teams. Wherever he's at, he has a chance to make a big play. Yeah,
we covered it when they at the first playoff game against Payson last year. And this guy, he's everything. He's everything for this team, and there's a reason why he wears number 1. But yes, as you said, offense, defense, special teams, you get him the ball. It's one of the biggest nomenclatures of football is get your skill players, get your best players the ball, and watch them work. He's one of those guys. Get him many touches from fly sweeps to short smoke screens, and then on the defensive side of the ball, he just gravitates to the ball. He makes things happen. So follow number 1 today for Olympus.
Let's introduce the third member of our broadcast crew. She needs no introduction. She is Miss Utah, Mariluz Cook, down on the sidelines. Mariluz!
Jeremiah, my goodness, what an intro. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here at Rice-Eccles with you guys. Now, I was speaking to student leaders from both student sections, and I can tell you, Timpview traveled extremely well from Provo, and they're still missing 2 of their buses that are on the way. So I'm excited to see what comes from them. They're telling me that the word to describe the way that they're feeling is dialed. They're ready to go. Then I went and I spoke to Olympus as well, another student section that traveled really well from the Holiday area, and they told me that there is a green bus that travels to almost all of their away games throughout the season, and it actually broke down here in the Rice-Eccles Stadium parking lot. And so I asked them, I said, well, guys, are you concerned about how you're going to get home? They said, no, we're just excited to be here. So a lot of energy is going to be coming from the stands, from the student section. the student sections of both teams. So it's going to be a fun day. It's going to get a little rowdy here in Rice-Eccles Stadium. Back to you guys.
We wouldn't have it any other way. It's always a great environment here. More people are going to continue to pile in as the day goes on. This is the first game of the day. Coming up after this is the Bountiful and Alta matchup in the 5A semifinals. Great storylines there as well that we'll get to once this game is complete. But right now our focus is on this one, Timpview and Olympus. They'll play the winner of Bountiful and Alta for a state championship next Friday night. Both of these teams ready to go. We mentioned Timpview. This is a team on a mission, Sly. They came up just short last year. It's been a while since they've won a championship, and they won a lot of them. They'd like to get back here and get another one. They're the favorite. Olympus is the underdog, but Olympus likes that role. They've been very comfortable with that, and it's got to make Timpview fans a little nervous. This Olympus team is dangerous.
Well, I mean, if your student section is saying, I'm dialed, I can't imagine what the team is, right? Like, this is absolutely awesome. I cannot wait for this to kick off here. And as the kicker sets up and gets ready to kick this, Olympus will receive first. This is a beautiful day for football here at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
And we are underway in the 5A semifinals. That kick is returnable. They fake the reverse. The tackle is made at the 21-yard line. Number 25 with the tackle. Pua Maunga with the tackle.
Yeah, this college football field's a lot harder to run a fake reverse. Nobody bought that.
Yeah.
But great kick. Got it all the way to the goal line. Good return all the way to the 20. It's essentially where a touchback would be. And they start the ball 1st and 10.
Senior quarterback Chase Mosley, an experienced quarterback. He's been the starter of the last 2 seasons. Short pass to get started. Timpview allows a couple yards before they get the stop. That was Nick Brown with the catch. It'll be 2nd down and about 7 yards to go.
We'll go up pace, up tempo here. Good yard gain for the 1st down.
Mosley's going to hand off. Tackles made by a group of defenders. It was Nick Brown on the carry that time. So Brown busy here early.
What's crazy is I always feel like the first 3rd down of the game, whoever has the first possession, the first 3rd down of the game is tall telling on how this game is going to go. So Olympus has the first opportunity at the first 3rd down here. Trips to the right, ball in the middle of the field. 3rd down and 4.
Mosley's going to take a shot over the top. Catch is almost made off the hands of number 13, Nash Taylor. So the Titans, 3 and out here, will have to punt.
I mean, you get a lot from 3rd down, right? Like, that was a big opportunity, 3rd down and 4. What type of play call are you going to do? One, I think the quarterback rushed that throw, unless it was an RPO. But what I saw from that is aggressiveness. We're going to go after it today. And I can't wait to see what the rest of this game leads for Olympus.
Mosley with the punt. It's low but deep enough. And the return by number 23. Isanaliai with a nice punt return. Setting up Timpview with great field position on their first offensive possession. And this will be our first look at sophomore quarterback Helaman Kasuga.
He just didn't want to go down.
No, great run by Naliai.
3, 4, 5.
Wow.
He just did not want to go down. Yeah, this might be where the ball is placed on this football field. This is all aggressiveness here. You take a shot at the end zone. You got Tay Nakul, outstanding.
And we have our first mistake of the game.
Oh, it's against Timpview. Oh, this changes things.
Overeager backs them way up, so erase that nice return by Naliai, and now the Thunderbirds will have to start this drive on their own 31-yard line.
Yeah, this is going to be great because a big part of this offense is who brought them here all the way to the state championship game last year in Kason Villa, Tay Nakua, True Toa. This is going to be great.
Kasuga, his first pass attempt. Catch is made, tackle made. That's Tay Nakua.
Look at this on a rope. Nobody was really open. It was great coverage. They didn't bite on the screen and go fake. But just a great throw by Helaman.
Sorry, that throw was incomplete.
They called it incomplete.
They called it incomplete, so it was 2nd and 10.
I mean,
it looked like a catch from
Tay got up like he caught it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's 3rd and 3.
Another big 3rd down. Let's see what Olympus can do.
Quick toss to the outside by Kasuga. First down is picked up by number 7, Jackson Farrar.
I absolutely love it, right? This is how you know you've got a good quarterback. This is all pre-snap reads right there. It's a numbers game, right? Do the defenders have enough numbers over there? It was RPO to both sides. Which team had more numbers where to actually cover it? Great decision by Helaman.
First carry for True Toa. He's not getting anything. The Olympus defense with a nice stop there.
Tackled by number 20, Boyce, and number 12, Bursley.
Toa's their workhorse running back. He's had a great year. The senior was a key member of last year's team. Then made it here to the turf of Rice-Eccles Stadium. 2nd down and 10. Toa again, right up the middle, and that Olympus defense up to the task, although Toa gets a gain of 4 to set up a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, we nicknamed him Tow Truck last year.
Yep.
He was getting things done last year extremely effectively, man. I cannot wait to see what he brings to the table this semifinals.
Trips to his right. Kasuga's going to pass. Plenty of time. Takes a shot. That is caught by Nakua. Right at the 39-yard line for a first down.
Okay, so that is definitely a catch. Okay,
yes.
Good. All right. We're on the same page here. But I love this up-tempo-ness. You're keeping the defense on their heels, not able to set up, and they got to work on their communication. No substitution, so they're just go, go, go. But this is all commanded by Helaman.
Kasuga steps up, checks down. It's Tay Nakua again. Nice move by Nakua. He takes a shot.
Luke Bryant.
That is Luke Bryant. We talked about him in the pregame show. He's one of the best players you'll see at this week's semifinals. And he makes an introduction to this game with some noise.
Nice. Love it. I mean, it was a 12, 13-yard gain, so you got it, but great hit. Maybe that's the motivation they need.
Kasuga shows one. Almost intercepted.
That is how you do it.
Intercepted.
That is how you do it. That was beautiful.
A great play by Hugh Matsumori. Great play to knock it down and deflect the pass, but he could have picked that off. That would have been a huge play for the Olympus defense.
That was all recognition right there. You know, they've been doing this RPO game, throwing those quick hots. He beat the block and almost picked that off. That would have been beautiful. Look at that offensive line.
Kasuga, incomplete. Pass intended for Kazon Villa.
I mean, this is a big offensive line. I think that they should just be straight running the ball, because the way that offensive line came off this line of scrimmage, that should have been called for a legal man downfield, because they were all the way 7 yards downfield.
3rd and 10 from the 27. Kasuga, plenty of time. Over the middle. Catch is made. Bryant with the tackle, but not before Jackson Farrar picks up the first down. 1st and 10 for the Thunderbirds at the 12-yard line.
Going tempo.
Kasuga going over the top. Nakua into the end zone for the touchdown. The Thunderbirds are on the board first.
That was all tempo. That tempo really set it up. They had multiple receivers open on that. And it seemed like the free safety, they're reading this, but they're just slipping. These safeties are slipping, coming down to make a play. And you can't do that because Hila Kasuda has an amazing arm, and if you give him a window, he's going to make it happen. You cannot slip in these type of football games, and that's what happened right there and gave Tate Nakua just the edge he needed to get into the end zone.
The extra point is no good.
Wow.
Remember that. That's going to impact this game moving forward. It is 6-0. Timpview on top of the Olympus Titans. Great drive, though, by the Thunderbirds to get into the end zone. Olympus had some moments there defensively, had some chances, got them in some 3rd and longs. But Kasuga and company make the plays they need to score on their first drive. So now it's the Titans' turn to get their offense revved up.
Yeah, and that's what you gotta kind of love about playoff football. I think that is the difference with playoff football is you do not have an opportunity to miss. You have to make those plays when they're presented to you. That almost interception on that smoke screen, that's your opportunity. You gotta make those happen in these type of games. And Olympus, when they get presented with another opportunity, because it'll happen again, they gotta be able to make it. .60. Great start. I think the Timpview showed great rhythm on that first one. I think they were trying some things out, exactly what they wanted to do. There was a lot of RPO game on that first drive. Maybe that's something where it's like, okay, we can do RPO. Should we just run it? It seems like Olympus is not putting the right numbers where they need to be. But yeah, I mean, the slant game's working. Helaman's throwing a really good ball. So a lot of things are open. You know, we saw one throw to Kazon Villa, so he hasn't been a big part of that first drive. They got so many weapons. It's just, who do they want to give it to on which drive and on which play?
Timpview fans continue to filter into the stadium here. The anticipation that the Thunderbirds will bring home a state title next weekend, but they got to get through Olympus to get there. See how the Titans respond here, down 6-0. Luke Thornock will kick off for the Thunderbirds. He's handling place kicking duties today for Timpview. That kick is into the end zone for a touchback, so the Titans will start this drive at their own 20-yard line.
It was a quick 3 and out on that last drive. Got aggressive on 3rd down. It may have been some excitement on that. You know, hopefully they settle down. They understand the moment. They're only down by 6. If they want to strike, this is not a game where you want to play catch up to Timpview. So they got to make something happen on this drive.
Mosley's going to hand it off up the middle. Brown with another carry. Brown's going to get a lot of work today. They're going with a fast pace. Again, Brown, no chance. Wrapped up quickly by Paka Haunga, the linebacker, a senior.
Nice.
Paka with a nice stop.
Great read. Understood exactly the assignment. Now 3rd and long.
Mosley. Connection is made. The catch is made by Ty Siegel, but he's short of the sticks.
Yeah,
and again, the Titans are going to have to punt.
Yeah, it's crazy. Look, he catches this ball and has to like stutter and step up like that. Like, no, you catch that ball, you turn right up. Understand, you ran a route that was short of the first down. You gotta go. Offense stays out on the field here, being aggressive early.
Now Timpview's going to call timeout. Boy, that would be rolling the dice from your own 28 in the first quarter, going for it.
Yeah, I mean, they never even showed that they were going to substitute. So if I was Timpview, I wouldn't even try to put my punt returner out there.
Let's take a short break. We'll be right back with the 4th down after this.
I love my new Chevy Blazer. The first time I saw one driving down the road, I knew I had to have one. It fits my skis perfectly. It's cute and comfy. I got my Chevy Blazer at John Watson Chevrolet. My experience was amazing. The staff always treats you like family, and it was easy from start to finish. I would rate John Watson Chevrolet 5 stars. In fact, I would give them 10 stars.
John Watson Chevrolet, your 5-star Chevy dealer.
I would definitely recommend anyone looking for a new car to come to John Watson Chevrolet.
If you want to avoid your AC breaking down this summer, the best thing you can do is stay on top of your AC's annual maintenance. But if you do find yourself with an air conditioner blowing hot air, Any Hour Services technicians service all brands, and they can usually get to you pretty quick. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. Whether you need maintenance, repair, or replacement, the technicians at Any Hour Services can help you keep your home comfortable all summer long. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need for their own fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated, with locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
All right, Olympus is going to punt after all. They did get Timpview to burn a timeout. Welcome back to Rice-Eccles Stadium on a beautiful Thursday morning for high school football semifinal action in the 5A playoffs. Mosley with the punt, bounce picked up by Isanaliai. This time he can't break the tackles. Olympus does a great job in special teams, the whole crew down there to get him down, and that's what it might take with getting these guys down. Is that Mosley that time? Either way, Timpview takes over at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, these 3-and-outs aren't going to get it done for Olympus. Got to be a little bit more effective with their play calling and where they run their routes. I think where they run their routes are not paying dividends for them.
Tsutsuga's going to pass.
Look like false start to me.
He's taking his time. He has had a nice pocket to throw out of. Overthrows it there. Nobody's open. Credit to the Olympus defense. They were locked down. Kasuga basically just throws it away.
Yeah, look at that. Great pocket presence. Being able to sit in there. There was nobody open. It was a great decision to throw it out, but give that offensive line credit. Gave him time to even go through all of his progressions and didn't find anybody.
Kasuga this year, 31 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Handoff. And we got a flag.
It's in the area of holding right there.
I'll give that Olympus defensive front some credit. They are oversized and overmatched physically.
Holding, offense, number 55. 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
Mentioning the size difference up front, but the Olympus front is holding their own out there so far.
Yeah, I mean, not just giving it to him. You know, Trutor really hasn't gotten off, in the running game. But they're sticking to it, staying tough.
Kasuga rolls out left.
Oh,
incomplete.
Great job by that defender right there. Hugh Massamori's playing
Wilkerson
well.
Was the intended receiver.
Yeah, way to jump that route by Hugh Massamori right there. And he had that smoke screen right on that first drive where he's got to come up with that opportunity. He's playing pretty well. I think there's going to be a point in this game where he makes a big play. It's a big third down here.
3rd and 20. Kasuga's going to take a shot deep. That's tipped away again, and Matsumori is off to a great start. Wilkerson, the intended receiver, wasn't happening, and The Titans force the punt.
He's doing a great job with body position. How he was leveraged right there. He could play the short route or he could play the deep route. He understood where the sticks were, and that's where he placed himself. And when he got one-on-one on the outside, he used the sideline as the extra defender to pin the receiver in between the two. And it's just a great job by Matsumori right there.
Kasuga will punt. Our quarterback's handling punting duties today. Fielded by number 10, James Schlendorf. And he's going to return that into Timpview territory. So a great opportunity now for the Olympus offense. They'll start this drive at the Timpview 45-yard line.
I mean, what do you want? You got a 44-yard field here. This is absolutely perfect. Great return and coming up. A lot of people will let that ball bounce. But just because he didn't, he gave himself an opportunity to get a return, and he does so. So, again, you're down by 6 right here. Defense held up. There's not going to be many opportunities in this game, but you got to create them for one, and then when they do present themselves like this, you got to take advantage.
Moses is going to hand it off. Nick Brown up the middle. His best gain of the day. Inside the 40, down to the, they're going to mark him right at the 40-yard line. So a gain of 5 yards.
It's a great game. He can't be tiptoeing, man. He's got to just hit that hole head first. When you get to that second and third level, which is what you want, you got to take that guy one-on-one, make him miss, and get it in there.
2nd and 5. Mosley's going to throw it.
Throw the swing route.
Taking his time. Now he's got to run. Now he's going to throw it. Catch is made, and ooh, it's close. He's not quite to the sticks. But Ty Siegel makes the catch. He's just short by a yard.
Great job right there. I'd go tempo right here, straight dive. Because this is 2-down territory. You're going for this on 4th down. You're not punting it. You're probably not going to kick a field goal. I'd go tempo, straight dive on this 3rd and short right here and see what you got, and then open it up for 4th down if you have to get to that point.
3rd and 1. Mosley will take the snap. Now they're going to reset. Check with the sideline. Timpview's ready for that run. Moses is going to throw it. And He's incomplete. Intended for Siegel, so now it's going to be 4th down and 1. And like you're saying, it's a no-brainer. They're going to go for it here.
Right. And that's why I would have went even quicker after that 2nd down. I would have just went quick, either do a quarterback sneak or even a quick dive play just to see where it's at, because you're going for it on 4th down.
Timpview's bringing their linebackers. They're bringing the blitz.
I think they're going to run the ball here. RPO.
Mosley.
Nope.
He's going to pass. It's coming. The rush. The throw. Incomplete, but we got a flag. Luke Bryant was the intended receiver. That was a big gamble on 4th down, and it pays off.
Right. You go deep on 3rd or 4th and short, but you got the PI. The defender was draped all over the back of him. He could have threw the ball actually hot, a little quicker, but hey, it worked out. You're going to get a pass interference, 15-yard, 1st down and 10 from the 21-yard.
Pass interference, defense, number 23. 15-yard penalty results in a 1st down.
Yeah, I would just go up-tempo from here and put pressure on Timpview as you get down into the red zone.
1st and 10 for the Titans. Nick Brown on the carry.
Yeah, don't tiptoe. Just hit it hard. Hit it hard. That's a 2-yard gain right there.
Golden opportunity here for the Titans in the red zone.
Yes, it is. You're going to get one-on-one on the outside. I'd do a play action, a post by the inside receiver, and then a straight go route on the outside.
Mosley's going to take a shot to the end zone. It's open. Catch is made. Touchdown, Olympus Titans. Caden Lloyd has the score, and the Titans can take the lead with the extra point.
You're going to get one-on-one on the outside. As you said, great time for an opportunity. It's a great opportunity here for Olympus. Got to take advantage of it. You can't exchange field goals for touchdowns. Definitely in this area. They got a touchdown on that. Great concept designed by Olympus, but great execution by Olympus. And getting on the board, have a chance to take the lead. Nice.
The extra point is good. And the Olympus Titans take a lead in this 5A semifinal game.
Great job. Great concept right there. A little rub on the outside to where he sneaked into the corner of the end zone. A lot of people were paying attention to Luke Bryant. But you got one-on-one on the outside. It's exactly what you wanted. And that's open. Put it only where your receiver can get it. That front outside shirt pocket. Great throw. Great location of the ball by the receiver. Bringing it in, touchdown.
Olympus continues their outstanding postseason. They won their second round game after a first round bye over West Jordan 35-6. Then they beat the 4 seed Box Elder on the road 41-14. One of the most impressive performances of the postseason by any team here in Utah, which set up this matchup with Timpview in the semifinals. Head coach Brandon Burt's done a great job with this team. They get better each and every week, and right now they've got a 7-6 lead over the number 1 seed in this playoff bracket, the Timpview Thunderbirds.
Nope.
It's muffed. They're going to have to take it down inside the 10. A huge play for the Titans. They take advantage of that mistake by Timpview, and the Thunderbirds are going to be buried deep in their own territory.
Yeah, he got the sun in his eyes and took his eyes off the ball. Hopefully that was because of the sun, but luckily they got that recovered. But they're deep in their own territory right here. It's a game of ebb and flow right now, right? And you said it, man. 41-14, big upset over Box Elder from Olympus. This could be a surprise. These guys can pour on points if they can ride this momentum. But Helaman Kasuga is a talented athlete, especially at the quarterback position. So even if he gets down, you can trust him to get back into it.
Toss to the right. Nice move by Kazon Villa. He does a little bit of everything for this Timpview team, and he leaps over a defender for a 4-yard gain. Now Kasuga's going to do the same thing. Bubble screen on the outside, and it can't be handled by number 26, Braxton Wilkerson. And now the Thunderbirds face 3rd and 6 from their own 13.
Well, big down, right? You know, this is a game of field position. We talked about it that last drive. They got the drive started on the 45-yard line. They had a 45-yard field. They took advantage. If, Helaman has to punt on this drive, they'll get a 45, 50-yard field again.
3rd and 6. Kasuga's got time. Going deep. Takes a shot. Wide open. Tainakua is off to the races. They get him out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That is a huge gain. A 57-yard gain. Kasuga to Tainakua on 3rd down and 6.
What is going on? Is the ref sideline warning? What's going on? Yeah, Matsumori just slips right there, and you can't slip. And we've seen that from this defense. They've slipped multiple times. The free safeties. Now Matsumori slips on that big 3rd down and 6, gives them a big 60-yard gain. You can't slip in this football game.
Kasuga misses there. Some
luckily
miscommunication with his receiver. Bring up 2nd and 10.
That was one of those good misses. The safety had a beat on the receiver. If he were to catch that ball, he would have got lit up.
Handoff up the middle, Toa. True Toa's got a 1st down. Up to the 24-yard line.
See, that's a read, man, and that worked really well. That offensive line has been blocking. We've just been doing RPO this whole time, so they haven't been handing it off. But they have been reestablishing the line of scrimmage 4 to 5 yards down the field each and every time they ran the football.
So the Olympus Titans take a timeout. So will we. 3:19 left to play first quarter. Olympus with a 7-6 lead. But the Thunderbirds are driving. We'll be right back.
I love my new Blazer. It's cute and comfortable, very quiet, and drives really good in any weather condition. My experience buying it here at John Watson Chevrolet was super awesome. Everyone was really friendly. I didn't feel a ton of pressure, and they helped me get the exact Blazer that I wanted. Definitely a 5-star experience.
John Watson Chevrolet, your 5-star Chevy dealer.
I would give them 6 or 7 stars if I could.
We're back at Rice-Eccles Stadium, 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line for Timpview. The Titans took a timeout to regroup, try to get a stop here with a 7-6 lead. Toa's got it. He's going to run it. And he cuts up to get a few yards down to about the 21-yard line before he's stopped by the Olympus defense.
Yeah, you're going to see some good running the football here. They had a lot of success on that last run play, so you're going to see them run the ball a lot more. There's a lot of RPO in these first 2 drives from Timpview, but you got to give this offensive line some pancakes, man, and let them run the football.
2nd and 7 from the 21. Toa up the middle.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, Olympus had that blocked up, but that was just a surge, man. Great 5-yard gain, making it 3rd and short here, 3rd and 2. Again, they're going to run the football again right here. Watch this. They're going to run the football. They're getting only a 6-man box. You got 2 high safeties, and the safeties are coming down late. You got a 6-man box. You have to run the football. They're running the football right here. These safeties are too high. There's only 6 men in the box. It's open. Running right to the left B gap.
That's what they do. Toa's going to bounce outside, but Olympus does a great job.
Wow.
Regrouping and getting the tackle. He is a 1.5 yards short of the sticks.
Great job right there by number 12, Ryder Birdsley. He goes in there and they pull the guard. And what you got to do is you got to stalemate that guard in the backfield. That's going to blow up that run play. So he essentially just blitzed. He's playing D end. He saw that guard coming and he just blitzed and blew him up. And then True Toa had to bounce the ball.
Toa again. No, it's Helaman Kasuga up the middle. He's got a chance to get in. He's just short. Down to the 2, but the Thunderbirds have a 1st down. Great pull and run by Helaman Kasuga.
I mean, this is 4th down right here. And Helaman, they have it read. They got a guy in the backfield accounted for him. But a great athlete, made great plays. And that's exactly what Helaman did on that. Pulled it, tried to do it himself.
1st and goal from the 2. Kasuga going to throw it. Incomplete. Takua's been targeted a lot today. And
rightfully so.
Has a lot to show for it. He's got a lot of yards already and catches here in the first quarter. Nakua having a big game.
You know, I always wonder, like, if your older brother does well, does that bode well for you to get more targets? Like, Puka's doing it in the NFL. Why can't I do it?
Yeah, I'm sure the Timpview offensive coordinator is like, who's your brother? As if nobody knows. The Nakua family has had an incredible run here at high school football in the state of Utah. And Tay's the latest. Of all the Nakua brothers, has had a chance to play in the semifinals up here. Puka Nakua set state records. Samson Nakua, Timpview Thunderbird, before him, won a state championship on this turf. A lot of great players throughout the history of Timpview. One of the richest traditions in the entire state. Over the decades, multiple national or state championships, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, we got to do that. We got to get Dusty to put together all the different family trees that have came through Utah. We got the Brousseaus at Lehigh right now, right?
Yeah.
You got the Sewells. You got the Nakuas now. I'm sure there's tons more, but this is it's a great thing when you can see the younger generation following in the same footsteps.
There we go, 2nd and goal from the 2.
1-on-1.
Toa pushes his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Actually, that's not Pua. That's Kazon Villa. Kazon Villa with the touchdown. He got the carry. Villa's into the end zone, and the Thunderbirds take back the lead.
Just a big boy run right there. Olympus is actually doing a really great job of contact at the line of scrimmage. But these running backs, Chutoa and Kazon Villa with the ball there, is doing a good job of keeping their feet moving and getting forward progress. You know, not allowing Olympus to push them backwards. They get that extra yard, and when you're at the goal line, you only need one. That helps.
This extra point is good, and the Thunderbirds retake the lead now 13-7 with 1:06 to play. Here's the Villa touchdown.
Great job here. Look at this. Great job. You make contact right here, right at the line of scrimmage. But watch how Kazon Villa keeps going forward. Well,
frozen in time.
Yes, frozen in time. If you can just imagine Kazon Villa's legs continuing to go, that's what happened.
1:06 left to play here in the first quarter. It's been an eventful first quarter. Back and forth we go. You know, I think a lot of people thought Timpview just come in here and take it to Olympus. The Titans have done an outstanding job here, withstanding the storm early with 2 or 3 and outs, and answered back nicely on that last drive. And we've got an excellent semifinal here today.
Yes.
That should come out down to the very end.
That's what I love about playoff football, man. And I've been the underdog in a lot of occasions in my life, man. And that whole statement of no game is ever won before it's played, you'll probably hear me say it over and over and over again, because I believe it, and I think it's absolutely the truth, man. And you can come out and make some things happen. You can scheme better. They may have better personnel. They may be slipping on one day, right? And you catch them slipping. And it may be your opportunity to do it, but it still is your opportunity to make those things happen. You have to make it happen, and Olympus has done it all through these playoffs so far. And they're here, they're knocking on the door, 13-7. They're not out of it and looking really good.
Well, let's see what the Titans can do on this drive as they try to answer the Timpview touchdown. Mosley is going to throw it over the middle, wide open. Ty Siegel has the catch. He has a first down out to the 31-yard line.
That's what I thought they were going to do on that fourth down. They converted on the last drive, make it hot, but they ended up getting a defensive pass interference. But that's just a hot route right there, just a quick receiver look, just like that right there.
Uh-oh, got a little bit too much of the helmet there.
It'll be a face mask right there. Extra 15 yards. They're going to have the ball past the 50. This is huge. This 15-yard penalty is huge.
Nash Taylor with the gain, and then they're going to tack on 15 more.
They'll have a 1st and 10 at like the opponent's 48-yard line. Exactly where they started the drive, where their scoring drive.
0. Personal foul, face mask. Defense, number 0. 15-yard penalty to the end of the run. First down.
So with 41 seconds left here in the first quarter, the Olympus Titans are in Timpview territory at the 47-yard line. Clock will run. Mosley's going to throw it. Wide open, catch is made. Luke Bryant. He was down. There's not a fumble. He was called down right at the 25-yard line.
See, these are zone beaters right here. It's that quick look. So as a receiver, you're running down. I'm going to hit you in between 7 to 8 yards on your route, and you're going to fall forward for another 12. It's literally just a hot route, right? It's like a look. You're already aligned there, but just look at me as you're running. I'm going to hit you in stride, and you just continue on. Those are great hot routes right there.
Olympus does not get the snap off before the quarter ends. We have reached the end of the first quarter. Timpview leads Olympus 13-7 in this 5A semifinal, but the Titans are driving at the 25-yard line.
And it might actually be better because now the receivers won't be looking back in the sun.
Yes.
All right, they'll be looking at back into seeing exactly where the ball is going. So
it's an adjustment for these players playing a game that starts at 11 a.m. It's different than they're used to.
Yes. Normally the game starts at 6, 7 p.m., but this is an adjustment. They're making it happen.
All right, let's go down to Mariluz Cook with more on Timpview quarterback Helaman Kasuga.
Thanks, Jeremiah. Yeah, I had a great conversation with 2 of the 25-plus support system members that are in the stands today for Helaman Kasuga. I spoke with his parents. So I asked them about how the way that things ended for him here at Rice-Eccles Stadium last year, falling in the state championship game, how that served as motivation for him to this point. His dad, Nephi, told me that for the past 365 days, every single day he has thought about it and he has talked about it. This year, the biggest difference being that he's a little bit more calm. Now, his mom, Lori, told me the same thing. She said that last year I was about ready to throw up. I was so nervous, but she said, I'm a veteran. I've been here before. She told me that she is just so proud of the leadership that he has demonstrated as a sophomore. Leading a group of 60 guys sure isn't easy, and to be able to do that, she said that she's really proud of the way that he's developed that in the past year. When I asked him about the conversation that they had with him prior to this game, his dad, Nephi, told me that he told him, you can't be grateful and be scared at the same time. So take the opportunity to thank every single person around you who helps get you to this point.
Outstanding.
Great report.
Yeah. Helaman, he's a sophomore. Okay, he's an older sophomore, but he's a sophomore, and it's not easy to come in as a freshman last year and lead a room full of seniors and juniors who have a lot of experience, but he was able to do that and has grown into that role even more. One of the top quarterbacks in the state and a top 100 sophomore in the entire country. He's got a lot of recruiting interest and big numbers this year. 3,524 yards passing, 31 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He's averaging 320 yards per game through the air.
Yeah, talking to Coach Atuala last year, when we were talking about having a freshman at the helm, he's like, yo, this is no ordinary freshman.
Yep.
And this guy steps in the room, and the seniors respect him. And that was last year. And then we even seen him when they played Lone Peak earlier this year, and we covered that, and we did a post-game interview, and I was like, this guy is he's really mature. And he's got it, man. He's got a great head on his shoulders. And, as they said, he's been an outstanding leader. And to be thinking about that state championship game this past year, you know he's got some fire and motivation to get back to it.
The second quarter begins. Mosley taken to the air. Wide open. Catch is made by Ty Siegel. He's knocked out of bounds inside the 10, right at the 8-yard line. This Olympus offense is finding holes in this Timpview defense.
I mean, it's going to be there. If they're going to continue to play zone, that is what's going to happen. You're going to see these hot routes happen. And it looks like they're going more man here. But if they continue to play zone, you're going to have those windows. You got to take advantage of it.
Brown's going to carry. Nice move inside. Fumbled into the end zone. Timpview has recovered the ball into the end zone. We have the first turnover of the game, and it's a huge one. The Titans' drive ends with a fumble right at the goal line. Heartbreak for the Titans.
Oh, that is so heartbreaking. I mean, I seen it on his other runs. He's running really high. But great job by the defense there at swiping at the football. Came across the chest, put your hand right on the football, and great job at recovering it too. Boom, great job. Every opportunity is going to be there, offensively or defensively, and you just got to make those plays. Here is where Timpview has to be aggressive. You get points off of turnovers. This will be demoralizing for Olympus if they were able to go down the field here quickly and score.
Kasuga, catch is made right at the sticks on first down.
I know everybody's going to be like, oh, it's just a little out route. That was an impressive out route.
Yep.
He has like a college arm right there. This is a college football field.
Yep.
But watch how he throws these hard routes. A deep out right there is not easy.
Up the middle. The Olympus defense stops Toa after about a 2-yard gain. So it looked like on that fumble, it looked like Kazon Villa was in on defense and knocked that ball loose. The recovery was made by Grady Gregory, the cornerback, and off Timpview goes now on marching down the field here. Toa's tackled right at the 35-yard line. So we'll have a second down and about 7 yards to go.
You say about Kazon Villa, man. Playmakers make plays.
All over the field. You look at the roster, he's listed as athlete.
Yes. That means I can be anywhere. Don't classify me in any specific category. I am anywhere and everywhere.
Kasuga, some pressure comes. Big, huge stop by the Olympus defense. Tackle for loss. Several guys in there. Andre Leota is one of them. Nate Sheets cleaned it up, but Leota made first contact, and that's a big play by the Titans. Now 3rd and 12. Kasuga, plenty of time in the pocket. Throws it short to Tay Nakua. He's loose. Oh, he had a chance to break that.
Yeah, if he did, he was going to have True Toa as a lead blocker and get at least 20 yards. But he slips coming out of that tackle. Here. Oh, yeah, True Toa was about to be his lead blocker along the sideline right there.
Got a second chance. If he could have kept his feet, that could have been danger for the Titans.
Yes.
Instead, they get the stop. It's 4th and 7. Timpview has to punt. So the sting of that fumble at the goal line taken away a little bit.
It's a little less.
A little bit. And the Titans get the stop that they had to have.
Oh.
Low punt. It's going to be returnable. James Schlendorf, who had a nice punt return earlier, gets that one out to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, normally when players make mistakes like Nick Brown made on that fumble, it's a 50-50, right? Yeah. You can fold and let it bother you for the rest of the game, or you can make up for it. I remember first preseason of my rookie year with the Steelers. It's a long game. We're playing all special teams. Everybody's tired. I jumped offsides on the punt, gave them an automatic first down.
No.
Everybody's like, oh. I'm like, all right, I got it. I went in there and I made the next 3 plays. 2 TFLs and a sack. And made him punt again. And I'm just like, all right, I redeemed myself. So this is a drive for Nick Brown here, man. I wouldn't fret away about not giving him the football here. I would be like, hey, man, we need you on this football team. If we're going to make it to the state championships, we're going to need you to step up and make big plays. Come through for this team. You know, we had an opportunity missed. Make an opportunity here.
As the great Ted Lasso says, you got to be a goldfish.
You know what? I still
have a short memory.
Not watched that show.
You got to do it.
I've heard so much about it. I don't watch mini shows anyway. But
skip most of the last season, get to the end.
Okay.
That's
how many seasons
advice.
are there?
3.
3 seasons. Okay.
Great show. 3rd season struggled a bit, but finished nicely at the end.
Gotta be a goldfish.
A lot of wisdom from Ted Lasso in that series. 9:18 to play here in the second quarter. Beautiful day here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. Just something special about this weekend, Thursday, Friday. 6 semifinal games we'll have for you here on KSL Sports. Coming up after this, the other 5A semifinal at 2:30, Bountiful and Alta. And our nightcap tonight will be a 4A semifinal game between Park City and Green Canyon. Green Canyon stunned the number 1 seed in the 4A playoff bracket, Skyview, last week. Great Cache Valley rivalry. First and 10 for the Titans. Nick Brown, again, trying to be a goldfish.
It's a great
on
first
with
carry.
His next carry.
Great first carry, 4 yards. And that's just hitting it hard, not tiptoeing, Just get it done. Just get in there, put your head down, lean on your offensive lineman, get that extra yard. 4 yards on first down is good.
Moses is going to throw it out to Luke Bryant. Bryant's going to try to make something out of this. Doesn't get much, maybe 2 yards. Bryant's a dangerous player. We've seen it already today, the impact he's had. Now we got a flag down.
What was that? It was something after the play. I'm just trying to remember. Is it on? Oh, yeah, that's on Timpview. That's going to be a 15-yard gain right there.
Well, something happened there after the whistle.
Yeah.
We didn't catch it on camera there.
Ty Siegel was pushing, and then he stopped, and then you always get the second guy.
Yep.
And Timpview got caught right there. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Always get the second guy. Oh.
No, it's...
Are they going to call it on Ty Siegel?
This is going backwards. Let's hear the call. This is interesting.
They're calling it on Ty Siegel, number 2. Let's see.
After the play, personal foul. Number 2, offense. 15-yard penalty, third down.
See,
it was Siegel that got caught.
I thought
they got the first guy this time.
I seen Siegel pushing, but I thought it was to the whistle, and then he stopped because he was all the way on their sideline already.
Oof. That's a drive buster right there.
And I thought there was a reaction from Timpview, but they're calling it on Siegel. That is huge because that was after the play.
You go from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 20.
Ooh.
Tough spot here for the Titans after a lot of promise. Let's see what they can do on 3rd. Catch is made. Nick Brown, he gets back to the previous line of scrimmage, and that's all he's going to get. So the Titans are going to have to punt now. So we're playing a little bit of a field position game between these two teams now.
Yeah, Olympus is messing up on a couple opportunities here. One, the fumble, and then they had 3rd and manageable, and then a big penalty here set them back. If you're playing this game, you got to make it happen at all facets of the game.
Yeah, that's 2 crucial mistakes in this first half for Olympus. Short punt, low. He's going to take it. That's danger anytime Kazon Villa gets the ball. He gets it out to the 36-yard line. So that's where Timpview will start this drive, with 7:43 left to play here in the first half. The Thunderbirds have the 13-7 lead. And we have a penalty.
Holding on the receiving team, number 0. 10-yard penalty, first down.
It's been a couple penalties here on Paka Huanga right here. He had one on the last drive, and he's got one on the punt return here. He had the face mask earlier, and now he's got one here. This is pushing them back, way back.
Yeah, instead of the 34-yard line, they're going to start at the 19.
Just gives more opportunities for Tate Naku to go one-on-one on the outside and bust this open for an 80-yard touchdown.
Olympus will try to stop that and more. They need a stop. Villa with the carry on the end around. Gets about 4 yards on that. Well, I'll give him 5 on that carry, up to the 24-yard line. Villa's a guy you just need to get the ball into his hands.
Yes. Yeah. Just like for Olympus, you got to get the ball to Luke Bryant somehow. Kazon Villa is that guy on this team, man. Just put it in his hands. He's going to get at least 5 yards.
Kasuga. Nakua with the catch, the first down at the 31-yard line. That'll move the chains.
Great job. And I said, you guys are going to think, oh, it's just a simple hitch route. He makes the easy look spectacular. That was a very easy throw, but like how the ball is getting to the receiver, there's no drift. It's not floating.
Oh, threw it behind the receiver. We got a flag down as well. Incomplete pass. Let's see what the call is. He threw it in the area of the offensive line. He threw it right into the box.
as we said, this Timpview offensive line is way bigger than Olympus, and when you get that, you get this feeling like I need to WWF power slam people and sling people around, and that just is not going to get it done.
Kasuga's in trouble. The rush comes. He's going down.
Great job.
Thomas Mauga with the sack.
He does a great job here by attacking the throwing arm, so Kasuga couldn't throw out of the pressure. Look, just stay on that arm, because normally quarterbacks, like, they feel pressure, somebody's around their legs, they get rid of it. But Mauga does a great job of, like, no, you're not throwing this ball. At the very least, I'm going to try to knock it out. But you're going to keep it. This is my sack. Great job.
Now Timpview with the drive going backwards. 2nd and 24. Kasuga in the pocket. Rush coming now. He's going down again. The Titans do it again.
Mauga
has 2 sacks back to back. What an effort by Thomas Mauga, the junior defensive end.
Never giving up. Look how far he has to go around here. And he keeps going. Hillman wants to continue to hold the ball. I'm going to keep fighting, keep working my way back to the football. That's huge. And I was like third lifetime.
Yeah, this is a tough spot for Timpview. 3rd and 27 from their own 14. This drive started at the 34. Kasuga in trouble again.
Oh, Mauga almost
They can't get him there. Nakua catches it. Back to the original line of scrimmage at the 31. So we got another flag down.
That was late. There wasn't nobody even right there. But it was something. He got something.
Kasuga was back there a long time. That's tough for an offensive line.
Mauga almost got his 3rd back-to-back sack on that.
You just saw that right there. There was some action.
I just don't understand why the flag came out so late. Nakua was way out of bounds when the flag was thrown.
Must have got stuck in his pocket.
Yes, I think he was running. He was running on the field, and it must have just been stuck.
We spotted some.
He came from the far side, so yeah.
You'd think Olympus would decline it.
No. Push him back. This is all about field position. You push him back, it's going to go half the distance. You can get the ball at the 50, 45.
I'm just not sure I want to give Kasuga another chance.
No.
Illegal forward pass. Number 2,
there you go.
Loss of down, 4th down.
There you go.
Oh, did he pass the line? That's why it was so late. That's why it was so late. Okay,
yep.
That makes more sense.
Yep.
That's a loss of down, so it doesn't matter.
I think we thought we saw some holds there.
Yeah.
They missed that, but they got Kasuga crossing the line of scrimmage there with the pass. So
as long as he was holding the ball, I wouldn't remember where the line of scrimmage was either.
4th and 30. He'll punt out of his own end zone. High snap. Kasuga gets it down. That was dangerous. Luke Bryant back to take it. He's going to take it now, and he's wrapped right up. Great job in special teams. Number 23 makes the stop, Isanaliai. So the Titans get the ball back. Down 6. 5:40 left to play here, first quarter. Right at midfield. Again, another opportunity that the Titans have earned for their offense to take a lead here. Let's see if they can capitalize. They missed on the last 2 drives. For Timpview, they'll try to make another stand here. They've been outstanding here in the first half.
Yeah, Olympus got to take advantage. They got to score quick here. Got forward progress, so it's going to be 2nd and 9.5. But they got to have I would say I would play with a little bit of urgency here. I know it's 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter, but I would try to get down there. I would be aggressive as I can. You got great field positions, because even if you punt it, you're punting it down into their side of the field and pinning them down deep. You got 2 timeout, not 1 timeout. I'd just be aggressive here.
Mosley taking a shot. Almost got him. Nice pass, just a little bit short. Caden Lloyd, who had the touchdown earlier, was the intended receiver, and it just off his fingertips there. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9. 3rd and long for the Titans. You got to think Mosley will look for Bryant here. But I don't see Bryant on the field. Luke Bryant's on the sideline, so he won't be in on this play.
I got to save him for defense.
Mosley, quick shot, catch is made. He's really close to the sticks.
He's
really
short.
close.
He's short.
But he's just short. And they're gonna
clock
go.
is rolling. I take my time here. This is 4th down. I know I said rush it, but I'd say take my time here. Eat up all of this clock. Make a great decision here. It's going to be 4th and 1, 4th and short. Decide. I do a check with me. I would go and see, do I want to run it here or do I want to pass it? Depending on the box and what look do I get here.
Now Timpview's going to stack things up inside.
Take your time.
Mosley is going to roll to his right. He's going to throw it.
Jeez.
He's in trouble. Flips it up. It's caught. Ty Siegel. What a play by Mosley. How's that for moving the chains?
Oh, that's all Mosley right there. Look at this play. This was dead. This was dead. The arrow wasn't there. Great individual effort, but great job by Siegel at coming back into the play. He was at the sideline. He's like, let me come back into the open area, see if Mosley can see me. Get that 1st down. Great job right there.
The Titans convert the 4th down. A new set of downs. 1st and 10. Mosley over the top. Tipped up in the air, almost intercepted. He was looking for Luke Bryan, and that was almost another disaster.
If he would have waited one more second until Luke Bryan passed that first window, that would have been a little bit more open, wouldn't have been tipped, and he would have hit him because that free safety was dropping. He was already aligned 15 yards deep, and before the snap, he was dropping. That was the perfect route to throw. Just a second more of patience until that window opened up, just a hair more.
3:48 left in the 2nd quarter. Mosley's going to throw it. Quick hitter, Caden Lloyd again. Positive gain up to the 27-yard line.
These quick hits are nice. They are extreme. They're working extreme. They're catching it about 2 yards from the line of scrimmage, but he's getting 6 or 7 by the end of it.
Brings up 3rd and 4 from the 27.
One-on-one on the outside. I'd attack the outside. Go deep. On the far side up there, on the east side, I'd go one-on-one. He's doing an arrow here to the flat. Yeah, I'd go for it.
Luke Bryan in motion.
Yeah.
Mosley drops the ball in the pocket. He's got to go down on it. Huge mistake for the Titans. That's going to back them way up. Now they're looking at a 4th down and 12.
Yeah.
Devastation for the Titans.
It was, because that was open. Luke Bryan was open on the arrow route to the flat. They motioned to it. He got man-to-man coverage. As I said, I would have ran a go route on the outside, and that arrow was going to come open so they can pick up the 1st down. But now it's 4th down, decision time.
The Titans are going to take a timeout. So will we with 2:36 left. 4th and 12 coming up right after this.
Salt Lake Running Company is inspiring our community to move with purpose, embrace adventure, and consciously connect to their bodies. Exercise is essential, now more than ever. Take control of the chaos and make time for you. From the gym to the trail, SLRC can help you find the focus to define your finish line. Visit any of our locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com.
U Conference football registration is open for the 2023 fall tackle football season. This year, we are proud to announce the addition of a girls-only division to play alongside our boys. Team scheduling lines you up against comparable competition, making every snap a valuable life lesson. UC football is safe and fun. Learn the game with confidence. The competition will be fierce and the camaraderie will be second to none. Sign up today at ucfootball.org. That's ucfootball.org.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Welcome back to Rice-Eccles Stadium. 13-7 Timpview leads. The Olympus Titans on 4th and 12 from the 35 have decided to try a field goal attempt.
Oh, 52-yarder.
This is a deep one. It's up. It's got the distance. Oh, just short. I thought it had it. It just came up short.
It was accurate.
They gave it a run. So the Titans come up empty, and now the Thunderbirds, with 2:30 left, will take over on their own 35-yard line.
Oh, just think if they didn't drop the football right there, say it was an incomplete pass, that's those extra yards where they could have made that.
Yep.
Oh man, that's
every play counts in these semifinals. The margin for error is slim for every team involved here, and we're seeing that today. The Titans have had their moments and chances. They very well could and should have the lead. Instead, Timpview's up 13-7. They got 2:30 left
and they're going to be
try to put more
here
on the board. They absolutely are.
Oh yeah, they're going empty formation right here. Watch the smoke to the flat here. But they are going.
Kasuga completes the pass. That's Jackson Farrar. He gains about 8. Oh, well, they could give him 9. He's up to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, they're going tempo here. Everybody lined up. Chutoa goes back to the backfield here.
They are putting the pressure on this Olympus defense. Clock runs. Kasuga. Quick out again. Nice defense. It is a first down, but a gain of 2, and with as much time left on the clock here, they'll take that. Olympus will.
Yeah, I really love that tackle. You know, because when he's tackling, he's shooting at trying to knock the ball out at the same time. And you got to tackle the catch. You know, no yak yards, no yards after the contact, no yards after the catch. So tackling the catch, great job by Olympus right there.
Weston Olson with the tackle, and the clock is running. First down and 10 from 32, but the clock's more important right now. Kasuga over the middle, incomplete. That will stop the clock, but no gain.
Got 2 timeouts, so they can use it wisely if they need to. But clock's not rolling because of the incomplete pass. Take your time, set up the right play. It's very important. They get the ball coming out. They can steal a possession here by getting points. See how they end the first half. This is situational football here.
Plenty of time. Kasuga's going to check down. Tackle's
Great
made.
Tackle. Strip the ball. Yeah, Chutoa's got to go down, man. He's got to understand the longer I stay up, the more the clock runs.
Yeah, we're under 90 seconds. Clock's running, and they're going to let it run. They didn't call timeout, and it's 3rd and 8. Trips to his left for Kasuga. Throws it over the middle in the pocket. It's Kazonville. He's got a first down up to the 45, but again, clock will run unless they call timeout. They do have 2 left. They're not going to do it. They're just going to go tempo. We're under a minute to play here in the first half. Kasuga takes a shot deep. Catch is made inside the 25.
Still going to go tempo, or they're going to call timeout?
Braxton Wilkerson is the receiver who hauls in the catch. A big gain to put Timpview in position to score here with 50 seconds left. They do take the timeout. They have 1 left.
Man, it's being a corner is so difficult. So on that play right there, he's anticipating the post safety to be there to kind of help him and give him shade right there. But the post safety was locked in more on the slot receiver that tightened it. That allowed that one-on-one. So as the corner, if that happens, he's got to understand that I got to be more on top and inside of the receiver and use the boundary as that extra defender. And he doesn't right there. There was a great window, great throw by Kasuga. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line.
Plenty of time for the Thunderbirds. 41 seconds. Kasuga Catch is made. Tay Nakua breaks the tackle, and he's inside the 5.
Strong hands. Strong hands. Just look at this. Even with contact, rips the ball down. Rips the ball down here. And gets upfield. Great job. Now, 34 seconds, ball at the 4-yard line. You got 4 chances to do whatever you want. You can run the ball with true Toa here. You can run an arrow route to the flat, a rub route, arrow route to the flat, switch route, or you could just do 3 go routes on the outside and jump balls to Tay Nakua and Kazan Villa and see who comes down with it. The world is Timpview's oyster right here. Look at them. I don't want to spend any more time on the sideline. I know what I want to do.
They're ready.
Let me get out there and do it.
Beef up front is ready to go.
All right, they got, I think that was their last timeout. It's showing 1 timeout on the day. If they got 1 timeout, I'm running the ball with True Toa right here. All right, 2x2 tight.
Toa is in the backfield with Kasuga. Tay Nakua in motion. Kasuga's going to roll left, looking to throw it. Now he's going to run it. And Timpview. Ball's out! We have a fumble, and the Titans have it! The Titans have recovered! Matsumori! What a half by Hugh Matsumori!
Great strip by Jerem Gilbert right here. Keep chasing. Keep going. Boom! Ball comes out. Matsumori with the recovery, saving the touchdown. Huge. It's a game of ebb and flow, right? We got turnovers as you're going into the end zone. Now you have a missed opportunity from Timpview here. You had a missed opportunity from Olympus. Great job, great pursuit by this defensive line. Making it happen, stripping the ball, but even recovering it, because not often do you get to recover those. Great job. I would just run this ball and get into halftime.
Jerem Gilbert, the hero. He ends that Timpview drive with the strip. Matsumori recovers it. The Titans gladly will run this clock out and go to the locker room at halftime down 6, but it could have been a 20-7 lead for Timpview. The Thunderbirds drive all the way down the field. And for the second time in this game, one of these teams fumbles the ball inside the 5-yard line. Wow, the defenses in this game have come up big again and again and again. What a half this was. The Timpview Thunderbirds up 13-7 over Olympus. We're going to go down to Mariluz Cook here in a second as soon as she's ready with Coach Atawaya.
What a half, right? My brain's kind of spinning with the situational, though, what's going off. Timpview has it coming out. What they missed opportunities in the first half. First, the missed field goal, the missed extra point, right? The missed extra point on the very first touchdown. You said pay attention to that. That might be the factor here. It's going to be crazy.
Mariluz is efforting a quick interview with Timpview head coach Donnie Atawaya. And it looks like she's got him. Let's go down to Mariluz. Mariluz, as soon as you're ready, go ahead with Coach Atawaya.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. I've got Donnie here. Coach, what is going to be your message to this team in the locker room right now?
Stay composed. We have the lead, but it's still us just focusing on our mistakes, doing the things that we've been taught. We've been at this type of situation before. Usually it's at the end of a game, but we like it. We'll take it and we'll run with it. Hopefully we'll do well in the second half.
What are you going to be looking for from this team when they come out of the locker room in the second half?
Well, yeah, they've got some studs. Big plays is what I'm going to be looking for, and hopefully we can hold them on defense. So, yeah.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Mariluz, thank you. Coach Atawaya, thank you. Yeah, I think both teams are going to the locker room, and there's a mix of we had so many chances and we didn't take advantage of them, but the other thing is the relief that it's a 13-7 game. It's a one-possession game here going into the second half of a state semifinal game.
Yes. Both sides, right? And this is my message to them. Like, we have missed opportunities.
but so do they. It's a very even football game here, and you got to take it. Essentially, both teams, even though Timpview's up, are going to come out of this like it's 0-0. Get down there. We need to score. We get the ball to start. We have to start the momentum of the second half. How we start this first drive will be the whole message going into the second half and how we finish that game and getting to where we want it. The ultimate goal is the state championship game. This is only the first round, so we got to make it happen. It's going to be an exciting second half, folks.
Timpview leads Olympus 13-7 at halftime in this 5A state semifinal game. It's time now to go to the KSL Sports Rewind, guys. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, Jeff Hansen, and Moose Bingham standing by.
And welcome into Rice-Eccles Stadium. Halftime score, Timpview 13 and Olympus 7. Dusty Lister, Dane Stewart, Moose Bingham, Jeff Hansen with you. Guys, that first half, I mean, Olympus hanging in here. You can have an argument. They should be up, or should be up 14-13, potentially.
I mean, missed opportunities from both teams. You've seen red zone turnovers by both teams. You've seen almost interceptions from both teams. The defenses are really getting after it on both sides of the ball. Really impressed with how physical Olympus has been from the opening kick. I think they've been the more physical team, and that's why they're in this game right now.
Yeah, I've been impressed with some of the individual players. Hugh Matsumori came in, the cornerback. He's an electric sophomore. He got the fumble recovery out here in the last of the second quarter. He's been doing great in coverage. There's been some good plays and some bad plays. I was really surprised when Olympus decided to go for the 52-yard field goal
right.
That just ended up a little bit short. But it's harder because the field goal posts are shorter. They're narrower, not shorter, in this time. I mean, we're looking at 18 feet 6 inches instead of the 24 feet 6 inches we're used to. And that's going to really change up the game.
Is that what really messed you up in 2009, that long one you attempted?
Okay.
I mean, it did impact the PAT for Timpview, right? That's why it's not an even score right now. But you talk about Olympus. They fumble that ball into the end zone. Timpview fumbles here to close out the first half. But we know what they all say, right? If and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a happy Ark and Dunk Fest. And so, it's one where you can't take those plays back, right? I mean, it is what it is. But look, I think Olympus is battling really well. They haven't been able to establish the run yet.
Right.
They got to find a way to get some more balance to their offense.
Well, sir, let's go through the highlights of the first half. And I think one of the biggest things is Tay Nakua.
3rd and 10 from the 27.
Showing up in this game, and he saw him make an imprint early on.
Over the middle. Catch is made. Bryant with the tackle.
Physical
but not
as I've ever seen Tay Nakua play. It ended up being the fumble right before the half that really impressed me. It was a scramble drill. Kasuga got out. I mean, that play didn't go Timpview's way, but you saw Tay Nakua get off of his route and go find somebody to hit. He is playing as hard as I've ever seen Tay Nakua play today.
Tay is really interesting. When you could put face paint on, he used to have a smiley face on one cheek and a frowny face on the other. And
it's because Samson wore the smiley face.
Well, he did 2 smiley faces, not a frowny face. And I'm like, Tay, sometimes your gameplay makes me sad. A lot of times it makes me happy. This is a happy Tay Nakua game for me.
Well, that's a happy Olympus play. And again, I mean, the one before that 4th and 1, that pass interference extended it. That's a beautiful throw by Mosley. He's showing, we talked about him in the pregame, how good of a quarterback he is. He has been really sharp here in the first half.
Well, he certainly has. And I think the fight that we're seeing from Olympus at that point, because Timpview really owned this game until then, and then Olympus kind of asserted, I won't say their dominance, but their position in this game that Timpview was not just going to run away from. You see another big Tay Nakua play.
Yeah, Tay, I mean, he's had a spectacular game. I've been interested by this Timpview game plan. I mean, Timpview as an offense, they like to get to the edges. They like to try to spread a defense out, and they get their running game going up the middle. I'd like to see them adjust and try to push the ball downfield through the air more. A lot of things going to the sidelines. And credit to Olympus. They're right there. Every single time there's a swing pass, there's a screen play, that Olympus defense is ready for it. They are playing super physical. Luke Bryant had a couple in that opening drive of the game. A couple of monster hits to really set the tone.
Yeah.
And Olympus has followed suit.
And Olympus will attack those seams like we just saw. This is the fumble we talked about earlier, but they have been attacking those vertical seam routes very quickly, right? Trying to fit it between linebackers and safeties. it's worked well in the first half.
I think one of the biggest things when you look at this game is the way that Olympus responded back with some physicality, with Timpview's physicality. So right at the end of the half, we saw it go down the field, and Timpview, you got Kasuna finally get him off his spot, number one, rolling out, finally get the hit, get that ball to come out, as you talked about, Jeff. Really just showed, hey, the Olympus is here. And they're not going to back down. They're not going to back away from Timpview, and I'm just curious how well that carries over. And I love this play here. Oh, yeah. This was just, hey, make something happen, man, on fourth down.
I spent the entire first half down on the sidelines, on both sidelines. And Timpview, even though they're ahead right now, there's a lot of, frustration. You could sense it on the sideline. Olympus is down. They're trailing, but that team is fired up. That sideline, after this first half, they believe they can go out and get this win in the second half. They are fired up.
Yeah, halftime couldn't have come close, soon enough for Timpview. Tyler Anderson, the offensive coordinator, is going to go in there. He's an elite coach. He's coached in Florida. He's been a head coach at multiple schools around here. He was a phenomenal receiver at BYU as well. But I think he's going to bring him in, be like, hey, let's calm down. Let the pressure come off you, because this offense has been explosive. They just need to finish.
Yeah, Tyler Anderson, former coach at Tooele, won a state championship with Brady, and then also went to Orem for a long time. He was there, and then he actually finished the whole Utah County things. He was at Mountain View and then went to Timpanogos, and then this year to Timpview.
Goodness, man of many talents.
Yeah. And he scored a touchdown on Halloween Day against Penn State from Ryan Hancock. Ryan Hancock always going to get a shout-out from me. The Brian Coog always does great. Guys, we talk about adjustments for the second half. What were some adjustments we can make? If you're looking at Timpview and you talk about this, you guys maybe get more vertical with this passing game where everything has been so sideline to sideline.
Well, I think the challenge with that, though, is Olympus's corners have actually played really well. I mean, we saw the long ball to Nakua, but that's, I don't want to say a bust. It's just between the coverage there, right? But really, they've been trying to lock him down. I mean, you talked about Hugh Matsamuri. That guy has 3 pass deflections and should have had an interception in that first half. The secondary for Olympus has played well. I don't know that you want to force it.
No, I'm not saying, unfortunately, yeah.
Right. For me, I actually love the balance they've established, because I think Maunga running the ball and Kasuga running the ball, I think opportunities are going to open up. It's just be patient, right? Don't force anything. Allow it to open up and come to you. I think they'll have their opportunities. I just think the balance for Timpview is just a problem right now.
Timpview's a problem for any defense that faces them. And I'm expecting Timpview's defense to step up this next half and really take it to Olympus, because Olympus hasn't established the running game. They've gotten a few really good plays, but this game, it's teetering one way or the other, and I don't know which way it's going to go.
Yeah, I think Olympus has to find some momentum on the ground. I mean, that's who Olympus is as an offense. And then that opens up the big plays in that passing game for Mosley. So I expect them to try and establish that run game early. And then, I think I would like to see them take more shots. I agree. They can't force it. They can't throw into coverage. But everything's been so quick to the sideline. I'd like to see at least downfield routes, try to get the defense moving, right? I'd like to see a little bit more of that from Timpview, because I think on the outside they have the athletes that there's probably somebody open on every play, and Kasuga's had time to go through his reads. They just aren't looking downfield. Everything's to the sidelines for me.
Well, I think one thing, too, and we haven't mentioned this, is that Olympus is able to get pressure on Kasuga way more than I thought they might be able to. And we saw the one drive alone where Kasuga is getting hit, getting chased out of the pocket and having to move.
And that's where I think, when the balance of Timpview is so critical, because the one where they're in the backfield and they're knocking Helaman around, it's because the penalty backs you up, and now they know we're throwing the football, right? And so when that run game goes away, the front 4, front 7 of Olympus is getting in the backfield and causing problems, right? And that's why the balance for Timpview is so important, because when they can't just tee off on Helaman all the time, then it's like you got to respect the run. It just changes how you can call that defense. And so that's why, for me, I think that balance is important. And for Olympus, they get the ball to start in the second half. Their one touchdown drive, it's a short field. Yeah. They get that punt at midfield. And so, the consistency of that offense, we just haven't quite seen that yet from Olympus.
Well, think of this. So here's the stats from the first half. Timpview had 258 total yards. Olympus had 148. 120 of them coming through the air. Kasuga threw for 220 yards in the first half alone.
Yeah, I mean, Kasuga, we're seeing it. It's not his cleanest game, but when he's made plays, he's made really special plays. He's got to protect the football. There could have been a pick six, and I think it was the opening drive of the
first
game.
Drive.
He's got to protect the football, but I think Danny spoke to it. I mean, they're getting after him, and they're forcing him to hurry a little bit. When he has time, he goes through his progressions as well as anybody. he's playing really well.
You know, the other problem with that first half, there's been a lot of this, right? We've seen a lot of those on the field, 7 of them.
First prop of the week.
7 of them for Timpview in that first half alone. And look, it has set them off schedule. It's been tough. Got to get rid of these.
Yeah,
right?
Dane ties his own flags.
Welcome to the desk with Dane.
He
brings props.
Moose has truly been now immersed into.
I was getting ready to grab it and just throw it away, but
Dane ties his own flags.
That's official, by the way, guys.
Do you really tie your own flags?
This is no like slouch job. That's legit.
That's a flag.
That was a nighttime party with Courtney Littledyke, right?
I don't have the
No response?
accuracy of some of our back judges here, right? I don't have the distance. I don't have the accuracy, but
so we're reading rule books in the morning and we're tying flags by night, huh?
Some of us are fly fishermen, but Dane's over there tying tags. We should be tying
This
reels.
was at 2 a.m. So I could read the handbook at 5 a.m.
Some of us aspire to greatness. I mean, that's Dane. I mean, that's really what it. How about this line? Tay Nakua, 8 receptions, 129 yards, and a touchdown in the first half.
This is the Tay that I've been expecting.
We've heard about
forever.
Absolutely.
I'm like, Tay, this is what we've wanted this whole time, and it makes me so happy. But it's crazy to me that we're being so critical of a 15-year-old sophomore in the quarterback of Helaman Kasuga, where it's like, hasn't had his best half, 200 yards. And I'm like, that's insane. What a stud.
Now, first of all, no one's been critical.
We're not critical.
17 to 27, 220 yards for Helaman. Where have we been critical?
I mean, we're just like, he's doing okay. He's doing amazing.
Maybe you said he's doing okay.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe I said he's doing okay.
Playing really well.
In my mind,
Moose
I'm
and
like,
all the voices in his head have been saying he's playing just mediocre football.
No, I'm glad.
I don't think we've said that, but
I'm glad you brought up his stat line though, because this is the Tay Nakua that we've been waiting for.
Yes,
the whole Nakua family is engaged.
Samson's told me when he was a freshman, he goes, he's the best one of all of us.
Yeah,
Samson told me
the
that.
same thing.
Yeah, and Puka did too. Yeah, but I mean. Just crazy. So we expected something from it. It's been great to see him. How about Mosley? 12 of 16 and 120 yards and a touchdown for Mosley.
Yeah, he's probably the most
the best Bernie Kosar pass I've seen thus far.
He's probably the most unheralded quarterback that we'll see this weekend. People just don't
by
know
far.
about. And because they associate the old Olympus offense, it's not that. We saw it in the first half, right? But as good as that day is, that 75% completion percentage, he's going to have to throw for 2 or 250 just in the second half for Olympus to have a shot to win this one. He's got to get over 300 yards.
Yeah, he does. His receivers, I think he's doing a good job getting the ball to the receivers. They've got to make some plays after the catch, right? I mean, Timpview's all over him, but they've got to help out the quarterback. I think that opens things up. Go make a play. Look for Luke Bryant to go break some tackles and make a play.
Get this. I mean, this is what happens. When he completes a pass, it's a first down. Siegel, their leading receiver, 5 receptions, 45 yards, 9 yards of reception. Lloyd, 3 receptions, 33 yards, first down every catch. Luke Bryant, 2 receptions, 23 yards, first down every catch. And Neil Brown, 1 catch, 12 yards. So if he's completing balls, it means they're getting them downfield and making things
They're 10 yards downfield. What they're missing is that Tay Nakua 56-yard touchdown, or that big
run.
pass to set up the score. They need some of that from Olympus I mean, Dan, you mentioned it. They scored on a short field. Go get a chunk play and shorten that field a little bit and help this Olympus offense
And we'll see. Do you come out with trickeration to start the second half? I mean, do you come out and say, hey,
I think Olympus has it. We were on the sideline right before kickoff. I think they've got some stuff in their sleeve that they've been waiting for the second half.
And they're ready to get going. Well, when this game ends, we'll be back with our post-game wrap-up and then get you ready for Alta versus Bountiful. The best weekend in the state of Utah, the semifinals. We got 3 games today. We got 3 games tomorrow. An absolute blast. You can see it all right here on KSLSports.com. Let's get ready to send it back up to JJ and Sly.
Thanks, guys. Great halftime analysis, and we're ready for the second half. We're 30 seconds away from kickoff. Timpview leading Olympus 13-7. Sly, this game's been something. A lot of opportunities for both teams to get into the end zone, but the defenses were able to hold. Teams, I think, at the locker room are lamenting some mistakes, but also thrilled that they're in this game, and this situation is like this heading into the second half.
Yeah, this is the ultimate playoff football, right? The way things have gone down, it's a tight battle. It's back and forth. You know, Olympus, who some would say would have got steamrolled coming in here because of how prowess the Timpview team is. But they're holding their own. They're making the most out of their opportunities. A lot of this first half was seeing what they could get. You know, both, as you said, both the defense coming up big time turnovers, big time sacks. Amaga with back-to-back sacks. You know, stopping the drive for Timpview. They've just been doing a tremendous job. I'm excited to see how this one's going to pan out. We know Timpview is they got a lot of skill players. They can make a lot of things happen. So seeing what the message was to Atuaya at halftime and how these guys are going to start out with this drive, see if they're going to be aggressive or they're just going to, you know, establish true toe in the running game. You know, it's a strategy, man, chess match of what the plan of attack is going to be. It's going to be crazy.
2 minutes before kickoff here. As both teams get set and ready to go. Beautiful day here. You can't ask for better weather in mid-November.
No, you can't, man. And take advantage, man. You get beautiful days like this, you got to do it. We don't get to take advantage, you know. We're up here at the top of the bowl, you know. It's not as luxurious as the sunlight you guys are seeing down there. It's a little chilly up here, but being able to watch a game like this is awesome. Seeing the student section, the students from each school be able to fill this stadium up, it's an absolute privilege, man, to be a part of this state. This is what everybody works for every single year. We talk to all these guys at the beginning of the year. All they can say is get into Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Some stats for you. First half stats. Total offense, Timpview 258, Olympus 148. I don't think that's surprising. Timpview had 42 plays to just 27 for Olympus. 42 plays in the first half. That's a lot. You're looking at first downs, Timpview 14, Olympus 7. A lot of stats. They look to favor Timpview as we look at the first half numbers. But here we are, 13-7, and the Titans have done a really good job of keeping this close. And they're probably saying we should have had the lead.
Yeah.
At the first half. The star of the first half, though, Tay Nakua, 8 catches, 129 yards, and that touchdown.
Sounds like that was all in the first quarter, too.
he was a monster in that first half. He's having a big game. Helaman Kasuga, 17 of 27, 220 yards and a touchdown. On the other side, Chase Mosley, 12 of 16 for 120 yards and a touchdown. Sheets for Olympus on defense, 9 tackles, 1 for a loss, and of course Mauga had those 2 sacks for Olympus. And for Timpview on defense, it's Taniela Makasini with 9 tackles to lead Timpview's defense in that first half.
It's going to be exciting. Here we go.
24 minutes left to decide who will play for a 5A state championship. Will it be Olympus? Will it be Timpview? Let's find out right now. That kickoff short. Fielded to the 15. And it's returned up near the 30. Returned by number 1, Isaiah Vaya.
There's just so many of these players on this Timpview team that was on the team last year. Isaiah Vaya, Chutoa, you know, Kazan Villa, Tay Nakua. All these guys are coming back, and they're just like, this is our territory. We've been familiar with this, and we can't miss this opportunity.
So Timpview will open this second half with the ball. Kasuga, with Toe in the backfield with him. Kasuga's going to run it, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, the Olympus defense sends him backwards. It'll be second down. They'll give him a yard or two with the forward progress. It'll be second down and 8 from the 31-yard line. High snap. Kasuga's going to throw it outside. Met right at the catch. Woo-hoo-hoo. What a hit. Excellent defensive play.
Nick Brown
making it happen.
Great job. As I said, they're doing a great job of reading these smoke screens. They're beating that first initial stock block by the receiver. Getting there, and almost Nick Brown, he read it so well. Half a more second, he could have been in front of that for an interception.
3rd and 12, Kasuga. Wide open at the 40. First down, Timpview. That'll move the chains. Francis Aloisio with the catch. And Timpview's offense gets new set of downs. Huge pickup for Timpview after the couple of big defensive plays by the Titans. Kasuga's going to hand it off. Toa grinding out some yards, pushing forward. A 10-yard gain. 9 of it came after contact. What a run by True Toa.
That's the tow truck that we remember.
Yeah.
That's True Toa that we were seeing all last year right there. With 9 yards after contact. That is huge.
Timpview getting some rhythm now on offense. Toa again, patiently running. Cuts it up. Gets 6 or 7 on that carry. He's down to the 38-yard line. 43-yard line. Timpview offense is now moving the football.
Great job. Patience in that running game. Taking their time now. Making the right play. True Toa again. Yards after contact. As you said, this was the True Toa that we saw last year. That's a great run right there. Feeling it. Great decision by Helaman Kasuga at handing the ball off. But True Toa, man, he's really feeling it right now. I would continue giving him the football. They just subbed him out. But when he gets back in there, give him the football.
1st and 10 from the 32. Kasuga.
Villa.
Kazon Villa wide open. The Olympus defense wraps him up quickly, but not before he gains almost 6 on the play.
Great job. They were looking for the outside. It was covered greatly by Nick Brown. So they just hit their essential check down in that, which was Kazon Villa. Picks up 5 yards.
2nd and 5 from the 27. Isanaliai with a nice pickup. That'll move the chains. Timpview now in the red zone.
Great job of getting to the edge right there. Great blocking. Getting right upfield, getting positive yards. Moving the sticks. 3 receivers to the boundary.
Toa cuts it up. And we got a flag. That was actually number 23 again. That was Naliai.
That's going to be holding. Yeah, holding right there on the inside. He was right on top of the guy. That was not a pen kick. That was definitely a hold.
That'll push him out of the red zone.
Take replay, first down. 44 must sit out of play for his helmet coming off on the field.
Marley Filiunga with the hold. Andre Leota had his helmet come off, so he has to sit out of play. He'll sub back in, the end.
Kasuga going for the end zone, taking a shot. Tay Nakua was there, but couldn't get turned around to get it.
I don't know if that was the sunlight being the issue there, the receiver looking back into the sun, or the ball placement there. It was a awkward throw, but it was a catch that we know that Tay Nakua can come down with. You know, he's very talented. He's being able to make that happen. But that was a little awkward on that. But I don't know if that was the sunlight or not.
Kasuga to Nakua. He's tackled. Nice gain. Get some of that yardage back. It was 2nd and 20. Now they got a more manageable 3rd and about 7. Nakua continues to rack up yards. He's having a monster game. Huge play here, 3rd and 7, 8:12 to go, 3rd quarter. The Titans desperately need a stop. Kasuga's got time. Now he's going to roll out. We got a flag on the play. Kasuga's tackled. He's short of the sticks. It's close, but the penalty might determine what happens here.
That's going to
more so than is wrong.
That's going to come back. See the reaction by the offensive lineman right there. He's like, what do you want me to do? Yeah, that's unfortunate. That's going to push him back. Again, back outside of the red zone.
Offense, 58, 10-yard penalty, replay 3rd down.
It's back-to-back holding calls on Marley Filianga. So, you know what's funny is that Cam Rising came to me at one of the games this year, and he's just like, does that holding call really make you mad? And this and that. And I'm just like, you can call holding on pretty much any play. It's really subjective on when the ref wants to call it. And so there, just Marley's was egregious enough. Marley's was just egregious enough that the ref was like, yeah, we got to call that.
3rd down and 17 from the 25. Kasuga, plenty of time.
Boom. Great defense.
Great stop by Olympus. Nate Sheets, who led the team in tackles in the first half, gets a stop there. So the Thunderbirds are going to have to attempt a field goal. And that's a win for the Titans. Luke Thornock with the attempt. From 34 yards, hits the upright, no good. What a stand for the Titans, no points for the Thunderbirds, despite another drive into the red zone.
Yeah, I mean, we missed the first extra point, right? So it's very possible for him to miss this. Hits the left upright. Great stop by this Olympus defense. We said it about that first half, man. Both of these defenses on both sides have been playing extremely well. But Olympus has been making play after play. With the talent that Timpview has and what you're going to have to do defensively in this football game to hold them, you got to have complementary football. This offense needs to punch the ball into the end zone and reward this defense from being on the football field and presenting opportunity for you.
Let's go check in with Mariluz Cook now down on the sideline.
Thanks, Jeremiah. I checked in with Olympus head coach Brandon Burt at the half, and I asked him about what his message was to this team in the locker room. And he told me, keep pulling on the rope is what he told them. They are right there. They need to focus on the fundamentals, limit turnovers, and when they're down in there, they need to cash in. Back to you guys.
It's a good message. They are right there. And
simple, right?
Here you go. You got another defensive stop. You bend, but you don't break. There's 6:56 left, 3rd quarter. You have a chance to go down here and take a lead in the 5A semifinal game against the number 1 seed.
Yeah, I mean, that was a long drive, right? And your defense held up at the end. This will be huge for momentum if they're able to come away with points here. You got to go down, be aggressive. They were taking advantage of the hot routes right there, the quick looks of the receiver, quick hits, because it seems like Timpview plays a lot of zone. They've been trying the one-on-one on the outside. It just hasn't worked. The pass hasn't been there.
Chase Mosley, the rush comes in. He's in trouble, gets rid of it, and we got a flag. Boy, Timpview brought the house on that one.
Rightfully so. They were right there.
Haunga was in there. Nearly got a sack. Paka Haunga with a bull rush.
Holding, offense, number 78, 10-yard penalty, replay 1st down.
Yeah, that was tough because Timpview was coming.
Yeah, well, at least they get to keep 1st down, so now it's 1st and 20 instead of 2nd now. But, yeah, Chase Mosley, he saw that pressure. He had to roll out to his left, which was very unorthodox for him to try to release the football. They got the holding call because they did bring the house.
Mosley's going to roll to his right, throws. Ty Siegel with the catch. He's loose. to the 20, gets some of that yardage back. 11 of it to be exact. And they're going to be facing 2nd down and 9. Great job by Ty Siegel and Mosley with a nice pass.
Well, great yards after catch right here. Great to elude the first tackle right there and pick up 11 yards. Now it's exactly where you were, with the first incomplete pass. You're 2nd and 10, 2nd and 9 here. Making it manageable and exactly what you need to do on the play calling side.
Mosley, an experienced senior. Back to pass, over the middle. Catch is made.
Wow.
Yards after contact.
Yes.
Caden Lloyd, what a game he's having for the Olympus Titans.
Well, first of all, great catch. Ball was behind him here. Catches it, turns upfield, but doesn't go down. Look at this. Continues to go. Pick up that first down.
Mosley, ball's tipped.
Ooh.
That was dangerous.
Take what the defense is giving you. They gave you the flat right there. You got to take that. Get that ball to Siegel right there. He was wide open in the flat. Could have got a 4 or 5 yard gain on that.
Jacob Rust breaks up the pass at the line of scrimmage. The senior defensive lineman. So it's 2nd and 10 from the 31 for the Titans. Trips to his right. Mosley takes the snap. Quick hitter. Nice catch. Nice gain.
As we said, man, that is what's working for this team. I don't know when Timpview's going to get a hold on it, but these quick, hot looks where the receiver just comes off the line of scrimmage and is just looking at the quarterback, and you just throw it right. It's almost like an RPO, but they're not even faking the run. They're just like, hey, here's the ball, hot potato. And they're getting 6-7 yards every time they do that.
Nash Teo the catch, Haven Halliday the tackle for Timpview.
Watch the pressure here. This looks like they're bringing pressure. You got 1-on-1 on the sideline, but you got soft coverage. You got soft coverage on the outside.
Play clock's running out. They're going to call timeout. So head coach Brandon Burt decided to call timeout. They did get the snap off, but a little helter-skelter there. This is too important of a possession. 3rd and 4. Ball at the 37-yard line. We're going to take a short break. We got 3rd and 4 when we come back.
Yeah, that looked like they were going to bring the pressure on that.
Salt Lake Running Company is inspiring our community to move with purpose, embrace adventure, and consciously connect to their bodies. Exercise is essential now more than ever. Take control of the chaos and make time for you. From the gym to the trail, SLRC can help you find the focus to define your finish line. Visit any of our locations along the Wasatch Front or shop online at slrc.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
If you want to avoid your AC breaking down this summer, the best thing you can do is stay on top of your AC's annual maintenance. But if you do find yourself with an air conditioner blowing hot air, Any Hour Services technicians service all brands, and they can usually get to you pretty quick. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. Whether you need maintenance, repair, or replacement, the technicians at Any Hour Services can help you keep your home comfortable all summer long. Call Any Hour Services or schedule online at anyhour.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
We're back, 3rd and 4. Mosley in trouble, gets rid of it. Almost makes the catch, does Ty Siegel, but a great job by Haven Halliday to knock it down. The safety comes up and makes a play. Great coverage by Halliday and the Thunderbird defense, and the Olympus Titans will have to punt.
You know what's hard on this is, he had to scramble, but he never left the box. And I felt like there was contact on the receiver. That left offhand was kind of holding the receiver back there. That's what Siegel wanted called. But it's hard because normally when the quarterback scrambles, you can have contact.
Mosley with the punt. It's going to roll. No return. Halliday backs up and is down right at the 25-yard line. So that's where the Thunderbirds We'll start this next drive up 13-7 with 4:50 left in the third quarter. So the Timpview defense gets the job done. First and 10 from the 25 for Timpview. And we have another penalty.
Is that 4 in just this quarter alone?
There's been a lot of holds here in this third quarter. That one on special teams, and it's going to put Timpview back at their own 15-yard line. So the Thunderbirds will have to go 85 yards for another touchdown. Advantage Titans on defense here. We'll see what Timpview can do backed up in their own territory. Kasuga's going to throw it out quick. Kazon Villa in space. That's dangerous. He's got a first down. He's got it all the way out to the 26-yard line. That'll move the chains.
As you said, get your playmakers the football just like that right there, and that's an easy first down pickup.
So trips in the boundary. They're going to throw a bubble screen. Villa again. This time they wrap him up, but not before he gains almost 7. Well, Villa's hurt. Kazon Villa's slow to get up. He met a wall of Olympus Titan defenders. Let's see another look here. He just gets in a pile there, and that's always dangerous.
Ooh.
So that's what happened. He hit the ground hard at the end of the play.
There was no penalty called, so I wonder.
He stays in the game.
Right.
Kasuga hands it off up the middle. Trutoa gains the first down.
And
all the way to the 40. Still going. Still churning.
Okay, tow truck.
So that'll bring the ball to the 40 and move the chains again. Timpview building momentum on this drive. The Titans have got to try to stop it. New set of downs, first and 10. Kasuga, Toa. Toa cuts. Toa's got a running lane, and they do get him down, but not before he gets past midfield and picks up another first down. True Toa racking up yards on this drive.
Jeez, that looked easy. Like this is like a delay almost. Like patience. Hit the hole. 13 yards later, he's down. Great job by tow truck. I got numbers on the outside here.
Kasuga sees it, tries to take advantage. Villa wide open, a lot of room to run. Can't shake the defender at the 40, but again, he's at the marker. That's a first down.
Yeah.
Timpview's getting chunk plays here on this drive.
I could see that from all the way up here, man. They got numbers on the outside. I got 3 people out there. They only have 2 blockers. We can go one-on-one blocks and get that. That's an easy yardage right there. That safety has to show more early.
So Timpview takes advantage of the mismatch. Kasuga wide open inside the 30 to the 25. Tay Nakua adds to his huge day. Another gain, and they move the chains again.
How does Tay Nakua get that open? It's like he wanted to throw the smoke, but like, he's like, no, Tay is wide open. Throw him the ball. I don't understand how you let Tay Nakua get that open.
Kasuga's going to hand it off. Toa up the middle. Not much there. A rare 1-yard gain on this drive. Timpview has several plays of 10 yards or more. As they march down the field, a drive that started at the 15-yard line, they are now knocking on the door of the red zone. Kasuga looks right. Now he's moving out of the pocket. We got a flag on the play. Kasuga's going to pick up a lot of yardage, but it may not matter. We got a flag on the Olympus sideline as well. We're going to have a lot to sort out here. This is a mess.
It always seems like Ryder Bursley is always in the mix right there. He got the penalty and then tried to get a little more with his little Reggie Miller acting job there. But, hey, it's coming back, it feels like.
This doesn't look to Timpview favor.
No.
Sorry to favor Timpview in any way.
Well, you know when the quarterback holds on to the ball for that long, there has the possibility of this happening. And Kasuga, he held on to the ball. It was, first of all, great coverage. Made Kasuga hold on to the football. Ended up getting a holding call.
Holding, offense, number 56. After the play, sideline warning, Olympus. Their second of the game, which is a 5-yard penalty. Replay, second out.
So they get Alema Foster with one. But they get 5 back on the sideline warning.
Still second down and 14 here.
So a play by Kasuga wiped out by the holding penalty. It'll be second down and 14 from the 28.
Push up the play clock.
Still figuring some stuff out here.
Give him a whole 40 seconds. I know Timpview doesn't need it, but.
Here we go, second and 14, Kasuga taking a shot deep. Tipped, almost intercepted.
Another flag. This comes from the sideline judge here, but what could that be?
Morgan Boyce got his hands on it for Olympus and almost pulled that in.
Holding, offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
Another Timpview mistake, and they are backed up even further.
Whitley Unga on that one. This was called early in that down. So this is huge. This is moving them back. Just imagine if there wasn't a sideline hoarding by Olympus on there. This is already second down and 24. Another big one. This is screen territory, so watch for the screen here. Got 3x2 empty here. Just go deep.
They're going to give that easy to Timpview. They'll take that, will the Olympus defense, and they snuff that out. Gets up to the 28-yard line. That's Naliai with the catch and run. So it'll be third and long. Kasuga takes a shot, caught right at the marker. They picked it up. They got the first down. Wow. The catch is made by number 7, Jackson Farrar. And the Timpview offense gets a 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Get Helaman keeping his eyes downfield. Great job right there at being in possession, taking advantage of the opportunity, finding the window, and picking up that first down. 24 yards in 2 plays. Very easy.
Huge win for the Timpview offense. They were in big trouble there. And now a new set of downs in the red zone. Toa. He's got a lane. Fights his way into the end zone. True Toa for 6.
Down at 24. They pick that up, hand the ball off to tow truck. Now I think they'll go for 2.
They'll try to make up for that earlier extra point.
14-point lead, right?
Absolutely. The analytics tell you to do that, Sly. So they're going to do it. And that is smart. 24 seconds left here in the quarter. Interesting formation. Now they're going to shake it up a little bit. Still a big jumbo package there. A lot of big bodies. Kasuga's going to roll right. Now he's looking back left. Now he's in trouble, and they're not going to get it. Interesting, 19-7 now. It's a 12-point lead for the Timpview Thunderbirds. But they'll celebrate the 6 points and another great run by True Toa, who loves our camera.
Yes. He knew exactly where he was before he caught the handoff. He's like, okay, once I get in the end zone, look right out. The camera will be slightly to my left. I'll do my tow truck dance. 12-point lead right here. Again, not out of reach. So not any. Don't need to panic if you're Olympus. Keep doing what you're doing. Actually, you need to do better what you're doing. But getting to the end zone. They got to get into the end zone. They have tons of missed opportunities here where they haven't been able to capitalize on that.
They can't have empty drives.
No, you can't. You can't.
Not at this point. You're down 2 touchdowns, down 12 points. They've been able to rack up some offense. They've had their opportunities and moments, but they've only gotten it in the end zone once today. They're going to have to get in there twice to win this game.
Well, especially the drive that Timpview just had. That's a momentum-building drive right there, right? Yeah, they had penalties, but picking up that long first down and running the football the way they did, that's a lot of momentum.
So Olympus will start this drive at their own 20-yard line. They've got 24 seconds left here in the third quarter before we take another break. Let's see what they do here. Try to take advantage of every second they've got right now, down by 12. Even these 24 seconds are important for their offense. Chase Mosley's had a good game. He's going to have to be great in the fourth quarter to pull this out.
Yeah, again, I just do what you're doing. I'd go triple seam here and get the ball to Luke Bryant. I'd run triple seam right here and hit that second window of Luke Bryant.
Mosley does that. Oh, it's dropped.
That's not going to work.
That's not going to help. Pass intended for number 13, Nash Taylor. So 2nd and 10 from the 20. It took 3 seconds off the clock. Rush is coming. Naliai chasing him. He gets rid of it. Catch is made right at the marker. Nice effort by Mosley to avoid the rush and get the ball to Nick Brown.
Yeah, great first down here. Understanding where you are, running the route to where it needs to be to pick up that first down. Great job getting out of bounds.
So that was Matthias Lesa in pursuit. Couldn't quite get there. Handoff up the middle.
Ooh.
They didn't get it. Oh, sorry, they already marked the first down. Sorry. They didn't get anything. They didn't get the yard. They already got the first down on the previous play, and that's how this third quarter will end. The Titans have the ball, but they're down 12 as we enter the fourth quarter. Timpview 19, Olympus 7. The Timpview Thunderbirds are 12 minutes away from another appearance in a 5A state title game. Mariluz Cook is down there in the middle of the rowdiest, most intense student section in the state.
Jeremiah, I would definitely agree with that. This is definitely the rowdiest student section that we have seen all season. Eli, you and I were talking pregame, and you were telling me you're just excited to be here. It's the first time that this team has made it to this point since 2018. With this being your senior year, what are you enjoying most about this day?
I just love coming out. I said it once again in the beginning. I love all my boys. I love the support. If your voice isn't gone by the end of this, you're not cheering loud enough.
Well, you're talking pretty loud and clear, so it seems like you've got some work to do. But when it comes to this student section, what makes it special? What makes it the most rowdy in the state?
It's just our community. I mean, everyone loves Olympus here. Everyone loves our sports, our programs, our clubs, whatever it is. Everyone loves to come out, support. It's just, we love Olympus around here.
Do we have an update on the green bus that broke down in the parking lot? Do we know how so many of your fellow students are getting home?
We're going to need Stony Beck to come and tow it for us. I don't know how that thing's going to get home.
That is okay. That is okay. We're just glad that you're here. What matters is being in Rice-Eccles. Eli, thank you so much.
Of course, of course.
Okay, back to you guys.
Sounds like the new president of the Muss right there.
Yeah, can you get a scholarship for the Muss? He deserves it.
Hey, with all the scholarships that you can get nowadays, I do not think that that's not possible. He could definitely make that happen. I mean, you got gaming scholarships, you got all these other things. Why not being president of the student section, the mighty Utah student section? That'd be a heck of a scholarship. I'd cheer heck aloud for that as well.
Well, if that bus doesn't get fixed, there's got a lot of kids who are going to need a ride home. So.
I don't think they care. They're like, this is our new home. Let's make this our new home. We'll stay here for next week. That's what it is.
There you go.
We'll miss school all next week. And we'll just camp out here, wear the same clothes and drawers for a week. Mom DoorDash us some pizza, the pie, you know. Good enough sustenance for the week.
Well, this team still has a chance to make that happen. They're down 2 touchdowns, though, 19-7. Sly, it feels like now or never for this Olympus offense. They only have a limited amount of opportunities here. You figure they got 2 drives in this game left. They got to score on each of them.
But they're only down by 12, so no need to freak out. Yeah. You know, don't force it. Take what the defense gives you. You don't need the bomb. If the bomb is open, take it. But if you got, you know, somebody in the flats, man, you can hit Siegel in the flats and he can make some extra yardage. Those are safe plays. Make it happen.
Mosley, empty backfield.
Hit the flats.
Nick Brown's got it.
That's great.
Gets out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
3rd and 7 here. And what have been working for them to get 7-8-yard plays? Those hot look routes, right? Though you can do that from multiple sides of the football field here. This is all on Mosley to choose which one he wants. You got to understand Timpview's going to be looking for that. Look, the down safety here has came down to try to take that away. So that hot route might be open on the outside up there.
3rd and 7. Mosley takes a shot over the middle. Incomplete. Yeah. So it's going to be 4th down.
Got to punt it.
Yeah, you do.
It's still not over with, though. Especially with the way Kasuga's been handling the football. You know, there's opportunity there. You knock that football out, you can definitely get the ball back with that, you know. But that's missed opportunity right there with the hot route right there. Either looking at the wrong receiver or just run the right play call.
Nelasoni to Tua in coverage there. So Olympus, they're going to run a fake, and it's incomplete. Oh, boy.
He rushed it. Why did you rush it? You had so much time.
Oh, boy.
He didn't even look at the receiver.
Timpview was not ready for the fake, but they cannot complete the pass. Mosley looking for Nick Brown, and it was just a little too quick and did not execute it properly.
You got to look.
The opportunity was there.
You got to look at what you're throwing. I mean, the opportunity was there, guaranteed. But he didn't even. He just caught the ball and threw it. Somebody's got to be there. Yeah, he was not ready for that. That was great opportunity, great fake call because I was not expecting it. Great time. It just poor execution.
They come up short, and now Timpview can deliver a knockout punch. Toa with a positive gain of about 5. Yeah. He's down to the 28-yard line.
You're going to see a lot of True Toa here in this 4th quarter. You know, he just got in the end zone on that last drive. You're going to see a lot of him just punching this clock here in this quarter.
Olympus has to have a stop here. 11:38 left in the game. Kasuga hands it off, Toa up the middle. Easy money. Plenty of yards for Toa all the way down to the 11-yard line. He wasn't touched until he got into the secondary.
Yeah, that's you're going to see. I don't even know if they need to throw it. If the only time they need to throw it is to counteract an RPO. I would just hand the ball off to True Toa all the way to the end zone.
They can ride their horse. That's an offside penalty.
Encroachment for sure.
That will help the Thunderbirds.
Birdsley.
Timpview smells blood right now.
Right of the snap. Encroachment. Defense number 12. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
Yeah, you're just putting your foot in your mouth on this one. That's not good. You don't want to give them free yards.
So it'll be first and goal from the 5-yard line. Actually, no, you can get a first down at the 1. I apologize. It's not first and goal. It's first and 5 from the 6.
That's a false start.
So we're going to back up 5 yards.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense, number 61. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Well, do you want to do this dance or what? I give you 5 yards, you give me 5 yards. We're in agreement? That works?
Sounds good. That's the transaction. Here we go. First and 10 from the 11. Kasuga out, bubble screen.
Red right.
Kazon Villa. It's wrapped up quickly. Good job by the Olympus Titans defense. Number 20, Morgan Boyce with the tackle.
Nate Sheets does a good job of defeating the block and making that not an easy route right there. And then Boyd comes and cleans that up. But that RPO game, Olympus is doing a pretty good job of defending that today.
It's just a 2-yard gain. Second down and 8. Again, they can get a first down at the 1-yard line. Kasuga hands it off. They fight their way down to the 6-yard line. True Toa again. You can bet they're going to go with Toa here as well. Their workhorse. They're also trying to kill some clock. So it'll be third down and 5 from the 6. Clock's running. The Titans really need a stop here. Trips to the left. They've got a numbers advantage to the left of the Kasuga. They're going to go Toa again up the middle. He's stopped. He didn't get the first down. He's short.
Yeah, he looks just short of that.
But he's not far away from it. So Timpview is going to have a 4th and goal and 1 from the 2-yard line.
Yeah. So again, they're going to go. RPO, but they're not going to throw it. I think Helaman's going to try to keep the ball. They're going to play action, keep the ball, QB keep, just like the first touchdown.
Kasuga. Up the middle, does he get it? Oh, it's close. This is interesting, Sly. The spot's going to be interesting.
I think he got it. I think he got that. I think he got that. It's going to be they're going to need to bring out the measurement, but it looks like he got that. Yeah, let's see here. Great job by the defense at pulling him back too. But I think his initial charge, he got that for that first down. With that spot, it looks like he got that.
They're going to measure. This is going to be really interesting. It is close. Again, the first down was at the 1.
Because if he doesn't get it, that's first down Olympus.
Absolutely.
Turnover on down.
They get the stop they needed.
Yeah.
And they'll take it. But this is going to come down to a measurement. This is a crucial moment in this game. The Titans desperately need to stop. Timpview, if they get a first down here, it's inevitable.
Yeah, that's a first down. That's not even close. Oh, shoot. There's a lot of slack. That's inches.
It's short! The Titans have held by 6 inches.
There was more rope than I anticipated on that. Wow. I thought he got that. Oh, wow. Game of inches. That's what they say. And that's the definition of it. Keeps it at a 12-point lead. Now you're backed up, though. You don't want to get a safety here, so you got to do some things to get out of this mix. You got to, I think, if I was Timpview, I'd bring the house right here. They haven't shown that they can pass outside. They're definitely in shotgun. But knowing that, even QB draw right here would be good. Let's see what they go with.
Mosley. Catch is made. Out to the 10. That's going to give him a little bit of breathing room. Timpview trying to strip it, but to no avail. The catch made by number 13, Nash Taylor. The clock becomes an issue, though. It's 8:25 and counting right now.
2 scores. Need 2 scores.
Got to go quick. But the Titans have life thanks to their defense. Mosley's going to throw it again. It's Another hit to Taylor. He's got a first down or more. That'll move the chains. Clock will stop while they do that.
Nash Taylor on the hot route. He's got to have himself a lot of catches in this game as well. They've been doing really good with those looks. They call it the quick look.
First and 10 from the 22. We're under 8 minutes to play. Mosley over the middle. The catch is made by Luke Bryant. He's got more yards to midfield and out of bounds. Luke Bryant, their best athlete, makes a big play when they needed it. This is exactly what their offense needed, a big gain out to midfield.
He's got to put that ball away.
Titans go quick. First and 10 from the Timpview 49. They have crossed midfield. Mosley, rush comes, gets rid of it. Taylor's got another one. Taylor towards the inside of the field, gets down to the 41-yard line. They'll take that gain. Actually going to mark with the 42. It's a gain of 7.
I like the tempo here. Keep going.
Coming up on 7 minutes to play. Mosley. Plenty of time. Taylor again. First down.
See, he's doing a great job. Once he catches it, he gets low, and so he's not getting knocked back. He's actually getting 2 more yards as soon as he sees contact. He's getting low, he's catching it, getting low, and getting those 2 extra yards. That's an automatic first, or not automatic. He just picked up the first down on that. Great job by Nash Taylor.
Here they go. Mosley hands it off. Nick Brown up the middle, fights for some yards.
Got to cover that ball. Don't want to fumble again.
4-yard gain for Nick Brown.
Oh.
Now we got flags.
That's on Timpview. Gotta level heads prevail. That was not level headed. He might have said some words. I don't think there was any physical altercation, but it was said something that the ref didn't think was appropriate for this football game.
They'll talk it over.
I had to make sure I was not next to a ref when I was talking to an opponent.
Because the talking happens.
Oh, yes.
We know it does.
Oh, yes.
You just got to be careful you don't get caught.
Yeah. As I said, always the second guy that gets caught.
Yes.
After the play, personal foul. Number 23 defense. 15-yard penalty to be first down.
Gets this rowdy student section in it. This is a good drive here. They taking good time here. They'll end up with the ball back. As I said, this is a 2-score game here. They make it happen. They drive down. They'll have the ball. They got all their, they got 2 timeouts. The clock's rolling. They got to go.
6.5 minutes to play. Mosley. He's going to throw it. Now he's going to roll out. He's in trouble. He's got to get rid of it, and he does. Catch is made by Ty Siegel.
Get on the ball. Get on the ball. Go,
it's a gain of 4. It was an electric play, but it only gets them 4 yards. Great effort by Mosley to avoid the rush and find Siegel for the reception. But the clock will continue to move, and it's 2nd and 7. Mosley now with an empty backfield. 5 receivers. Now he's in trouble again. Gets rid of it. Throws it up for grabs. Luke Bryant, the intended receiver, he couldn't come down with it. So the Titans fortunate there that they, A, did not get a sack, and B, did not throw the interception.
He likes rolling out to his left like that. Not easy to do. But now it's 3rd and 7. They got to make something happen here. And Timpview's been bringing pressure. I wonder if they're going to bring it here on this 3rd down.
Clock does stop on the incompletion. 5:55 left. Mosley threw it behind. Oh, no, he did. He got it connected inside the 5 down to the
2. 2? He was on the defender.
Caden Lloyd to catch. It looked like he threw it behind the initial receiver. Oh, no. It was just Caden Lloyd who got it. Down to the 2, down to the 1-yard line. Here we go. The Titans are knocking on the door.
Get going. Get going.
Mosley is going to pass. Knocked away, incomplete. He was trying to go to Luke Bryant for the touchdown, and he couldn't get it in. So the clock stops with 5:32 left. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2.
That's so hairy trying to throw over the middle like that. If you're going to throw over the middle, I feel like it's got to be bang, bang really quick.
They're fortunate that did not turn over. The Titans
try to run the ball here.
2 yards away from making this really interesting. Catch is made into the end zone. Touchdown Olympus. Ty Siegel. And the Titans are 1 possession away.
He's been playing big all day. Great job at this motion to an arrow route. Makes it happen. Great delivery by Mosley, because those passes aren't easy. You're rolling out to your left. You gotta have to put some touch on it. He does. Siegel walks into the end zone.
Head coach Brandon Burt had these young men ready to play. They are back in this with 5:27 left. The Titans get the extra point after the touchdown. Ty Siegel crosses the goal line, and we've got a ball game.
Talk about it. I believe that we will win. Okay. Great job right there. Great play call. Take advantage of the situation. Now, Timpview is not going to try to get you the ball back here. They got a really great running back on the other side of the football in Trutoa, who is going to try to bleed this. This is Jerome Bettis time in what Steelers would call it. This is Bettis time. You bleed that clock, 5 minutes and 27 seconds left, not give them an opportunity. Olympus still has 2 timeouts, so that's a good thing. They got to use it wisely here, which I don't think they even need. I think you hold your defense. Your defense is playing great. If Helaman wants to continue to hold the ball when they throw it, continue on with your pressure, strip sack, anything can happen, man. So Olympus, game of ebb and flow. They're right in there. Opportunity for the taking.
So 5:27 left to play. 19-14, Timpview leads Olympus. The Titans have 2 timeouts left. They have used 1 timeout. If you're Timpview, Sly, you just mentioned it. You want to go to Toa. He's your workhorse. How aggressive should they be offensively here?
I still think they have to run their offense. I don't think that. I mean, this is what you want to do. You want to be 4-minute offense. But in today's day and age, it's not like the old school Jamal Lewis at Baltimore, Jerome Bettis at Pittsburgh, where you got that Frank Gore at Indianapolis, where you can just hand that ball off to that guy and they'll drill that clock. They're going to get 3 or 4 yards per carry to get those first downs and move the chains. You got to run your offense, so you got to be aggressive. You got to keep involving Tay Nakua. Got to keep involving Kazon Villa. You can't go away from those guys in this football game. So keep doing the RPO game. Trutoa right now has been a serious threat, but you got to have alternative, because Olympus is going to get aggressive, and you got to pry on their aggressiveness, right? They're going to load the box, stop Trutoa. All right, I'm going to hit my RPO hot routes and get 5 or 6 yards doing that. And that's going to move the chain, so they got to be aggressive.
We're set up for a fantastic finish here in the 5A semifinal between Timpview and Olympus. The Titans have cut the lead to 5 with 5:27 left. Their defense will try to give their offense another chance to win this game. Timpview is going to try to burn this clock or get another score to clinch victory. Short kickoff. They're going to go down at the 28-yard line.
I don't understand that sky kick.
I think they like the result, though, that Timpview's going to have to start this at the 27.
But why not kick it all the way down into the end zone?
Yeah.
They had everybody up. If they let it go to touchback, then it goes to the 20. Say they've been mishandling the football down there. They had an opportunity where they had the ball at the 8. Yep. That sky kick right there, it didn't have much hang time, but that's just me. I don't know.
You can hear the roar of the Olympus student section trying to rev up that defense. Timpview's got to answer. Catch is made. Kazon Villa dancing out there. The tackle is made. So it's not a big gain on first down. They're going to mark it right at the line of scrimmage.
Great job. I said this is exactly what they got to do. They got to keep running their offense, which they do there. Great tackle in space.
That was Hugh Matsumori, who had a huge first half on defense. Recovered that fumble that ended that Timpview drive towards the end of the first half. That was huge. Now he comes up with a nice tackle there. So it's 2nd and 10 from the 27. The clock is running. Toa fighting his way forward. Picks up about 6-7 yards. It'll be 3rd down and about 5.
And that's Kazan Villa. So difficult to bring those two guys down. And they just keep churning. This is 3rd and 5. This is 3rd. This is 3rd and manageable. To still do whatever you want to do here. Don't give them a free 5 yards by jumping off. 15 seconds on the play clock. Watch the clock if you're Olympus. Play the down.
Clock is running. We're coming up on 4 minutes to play. Kasuga hands it off to Toa.
Stop!
Toa stopped! The Titans get the stop. Do they call timeouts?
I mean, you don't have to, but I would. Because you're still going to drive the ball 60-plus yards. You're going to need all the time on the clock as possible.
Wow, what a stop by the Titans defense.
They're not going to call timeout, but I would have. But that was a huge stop right there. Great job of making the running back go horizontal. Remember, when a running back or receiver is going horizontal, they're not going anywhere. They actually lost 2 yards on that play right there.
Wow.
Great job by this front seven at stacking up and stalemating that block and making sure the line of scrimmage was on the Timpview side of the ball.
Here's the punt. It's fielded by the Titans. Luke Bryant has it. He gets to the edge. Goes out at the 41-yard line. The Olympus Titans have their chance. 3:09 left. Down 5. They've got the ball with excellent field position. A touchdown could win this game. Plenty of time.
Got 58 yards to go. 3 minutes, 9 seconds, 2 timeouts.
We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, you do not want to miss this ending. 3:09 left to play in the 5A semifinals. Timpview 19, Olympus 14. The Titans have the ball when we come back.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need for their own fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated, with locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
Welcome back. Here we go. 3:09 left to play. The Titans begin this drive at their own 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Down 5. Nick Brown up the middle. Nick Brown charging his way to the sticks. He's a yard short of a 1st down.
Great run. Right up the middle. As I said, Timpview's expecting them to throw, so they're giving you an opportunity up the middle. Great job by Nick Brown at not tiptoeing around. Hit that hole hard, and you're going to get more yards than you're expecting here. 2nd and manageable.
Mosley going to throw it outside.
Double pass.
Bryant's going to throw it. He's open. The catch is made. Caden Lloyd. Touchdown Titans. Wow. The Olympus Titans have taken the lead with 2:30 to play.
Do you go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game? You got to go for 2. You got to go for 2. Because if you go for 1, it means nothing. because the only way they can tie it up is the safety. But if they get a field goal, then you can tie it up. So you got to go for 2 here. Your best 2-point conversion play. Play clock's down to 15. Don't waste the timeout on an extra point. Come on.
They're going to have to take the timeout, and they will. They're going to talk this over. This is crucial, Sly.
It is.
You're right. You want that 3-point lead.
It is, because they scored quick.
Yep.
Sometimes you're like, oh, don't score too quick. But they scored quick. Great play design. Great execution. 58 yards on the play. No, because they had a 10-yard run. That was just great. They just played on situational. Timpview was not expecting that at all. Great way to sneak out.
Sly, when this game started, before the game kicked off, well, who did we talk about for Olympus? Who was the player we identified?
Luke Bryant.
And so in the moment when you need to have a big play, Luke Bryant makes it with his arm. Are you kidding me?
I mean, he was making plays on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, whenever he got an opportunity to get it. But, I mean, credit to Caden Lloyd. Big catch, sun in your face. Coming down with it, getting all the way to the end zone. Got ice in your veins with that. You're just cool, man. Just made it happen. Great job.
All right, a very important play here. A 2-point conversion gives Olympus a 3-point lead with 2:30 left. Let's see what they do. Mosley looking for Bryant. Instead goes at the middle, incomplete. Good job by the Timpview defense. They knock it down. And so now for Timpview, with 2:30 left, a field goal would send them to the state championship game. Another look at that touchdown. Luke Bryant to Caden Lloyd.
It's great. Great job right there. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. 1-point game. And now you said it, man, that first extra point. Then they went for 2 and didn't get it.
That is the difference right now. It always matters. Not always, but it very often matters. A play that happens in the first quarter that you're not really thinking about, all of a sudden, late in the fourth quarter, creeps back to haunt you. And right now, that's the case. The difference in this game are extra points. Both teams have 3 touchdowns, but Olympus has a 1-point lead. So the Thunderbirds and their sophomore quarterback, Helaman Kasuga, it's now their chance. Down 1 with 2:30 to play to take back that lead and try to earn a spot in the 5A state championship game next Friday night.
That's a better kick.
Fielded inside the 20. Oh, he just stepped out of bounds. He almost had a chance to break that. Pakahunga with the return. So the Thunderbirds will start this drive at their own 26, down 1. Plenty of time for the Thunderbirds. Keep in mind, they missed a field goal earlier. Hit off the upright.
Got a little bit of wind blowing down there.
Kasuga rolling left. Throwing deep. Incomplete. He went short instead. He had a guy deep, but he went short and couldn't complete the pass. So it'll be 2nd and 10. This is a big moment for a sophomore quarterback, Helaman Kasuga. He went through these moments last year in a state championship game against the Lehigh Pioneers. He's back here on the turf, once again fighting to get his team a title. Out of bounds, catch is made. Kazon Villa. It's short of the sticks, so it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, Weston Olson, he had the angle. You were right there. You got to stick an arm out, knock that ball down, get in there. This is a huge 3rd down right here. Of course, it's 2-down territory, but so I would actually run the ball. I'd run the ball 2 times here with True Toa. 2 minutes 15, run the football.
3rd and 3. Toa. He's got the first down. He's down at the 39. That'll move the chains. Clock will run once the chains are set.
This is good. You know, this offense is built to go fast, so this is a regular day in the office for them.
Kasuga.
Oh, intercepted.
Oh, he got it. Tay Nakua with a great catch in traffic. Nakua continues his career game.
Yeah.
This is the best game of his high school football career. He picks up a huge first down, and the Timpview Thunderbirds are past midfield in between two defenders.
Man, Matsumori and Nate Sheets were right there. How they didn't knock that down is beyond me.
So the Titans are going to take a timeout. Discuss some things, readjust, as the Thunderbirds picked up some momentum there and have now crossed midfield. 1:46 left to play. Another look at that great catch by Tay Nakua. And how about the throw in traffic to somehow thread the needle and get a crucial first down.
They ball at the 50.
Here we go.
1 minute, 45 seconds left.
First and 10 from the 49.
They got 3 timeouts, so there's no rushing.
1:46 left. Kasuga rolls to his right, throws. Wide open is Kazon Villa. Inside the 40, down to the 36. He's out of bounds to stop the clock. Timpview's offense has momentum and rhythm. The Titans are going to have to disrupt this, or the Thunderbirds are going to get the finish they want. 1:39 left. Kasuga throws. Incomplete. Great defense.
Sheets. Nate Sheets again. Doing
at the 34. Clock will run. Kazon Villa again. So right now, this defense is bending. They'll try not to break. The Thunderbirds trips left. Kasuga rolls left. He's got a lot of room to run if he wants to. He can get out of bounds.
Remember, folks, all they need is a field goal. So they're down here. The kickers missed an extra point and a field goal attempt right off the upright. The wind is blowing a little bit to their right, to the west here. I don't know if the coach wants to put it in the field goal kicker's hands, though.
4th and 7. Timpview's got to have the first down. What do we have now? Are they going to call timeout? They do.
They got 3 of them.
So the Thunderbirds used one of those 3 timeouts. They need to discuss this. 4th down and 7. The ball's at the 33-yard line.
They were trying to get him to jump. That's why it was right on the ref. Hey, why did you call that? He didn't jump in the neutral zone. It's fine. Oh, this is great. 4th and 7. As I said, you don't want to put it in the kicker's hands. If they don't get this, it's seemingly over. The game is seemingly over if they don't get this. Even with 2 timeouts, the game will be over.
It comes down to this, 4th and 7 for the Thunderbirds. Down 1. They are outside of field goal range at the 33. They've got to convert this 4th down and 7 to keep the drive alive. The Titans, if they get this stop, will take over and can kill the clock. Trips to his right. Kasuga, empty backfield. Throw is made. Catch is made. First down and more inside the 20. Guess who? Tay Nakua. Timpview is alive. Clock is running. Under a minute to play.
What a route.
1st and 10. Trudeau up the middle. Taken down at the 14. They're going to go fast again. No timeout. 35 seconds and counting. Kasuga throws it outside. Tackle's made inbounds.
Time's going. Timeout. Okay.
Kazan Villa is tackled inbounds. They're going to have to call timeouts. That's why you save them.
Right.
We do have a flag on the play. There is a flag.
Illegal formation
on this side of the field.
What is that? Where they came in, it looks like a legal formation. Not a lot of guys on the line of scrimmage.
Oh boy.
That would have been huge. That or somebody was in the neutral zone. Looks like it's on Timpview, though.
We'll wait for the call, and then we'll reset this.
I said it earlier in the game, but they didn't complete the pass. Sometimes these offensive linemen go. They were 8 yards down the field on an RPO, which is crazy. But that, is that a loss of down? No, that's a repeated down.
Nope, repeated down. So it's going to be 2nd down from the 21. They got to get to the 8 to get a first down. 20 seconds remain. Kasuga. Over the middle, catch is made, inside the 10, spinning loose, Tay Nakua down to the 6. And they'll take that timeout with 9 seconds to play. Coach Atuaya screaming at the official to try to get that timeout called. So with 9 seconds, the Timpview Thunderbirds on the Nakua catch are down to the 7-yard line.
That was too easy. There wasn't a rub route there. There was nothing. He just did a simple 6-yard in route right there, turned it into a 14-yard gain. 9 seconds left. 4 opportunities. So it's different. You know, it's first down and 7 from the 7-yard line. First down and goal from the 7-yard line. When you have 4 opportunities, you're like, oh, I got plenty of time. But no, it's 9 seconds. So you don't. The plays you run, you got 1 timeout left, so that's good.
So they're down 1 with 9 seconds left.
Do you take 2 shots at the end zone and then let your kicker do an extra point?
They only need a field goal, but we know that the field goal kicking game has not been good today. They missed an extra point. They hit the crossbar. The upright on a field goal attempt earlier. So I think there's some urgency here by Timpview to just get it in the end zone with 9 seconds to play, and they don't have to worry about the chance of a kick.
We'll put it this way, this game's not going to overtime.
No, it's not. First and goal from the 7, 9 seconds left. Kasuga looking, plenty of time. Now he's going to run. Throws it away. And the clock is down to 2 seconds.
What are you doing?
The clock is down to 2 seconds.
Kick it. He's kicking
so the Thunderbirds are going to have to try to kick a field goal to win it.
Well, Kazan Villa is the holder, so beware of that. And if you have a bad snap,
here we go. This is the game. It's going to be a Timpview win or a Titans win on this play.
Let's get your blood pumping on this, man.
Luke Thornock from 24 yards and the win. This to send Timpview to the 5A state championship game. The kick is up. It's good! The Thunderbirds are going back to the 5A state championship game in dramatic fashion. What a ball game!
Somebody doesn't have their crutches. They're hopping around on one leg. They're so excited. That is nuts.
The Titans left it all out there on the field. What a ball game. An instant classic in the 5A state semifinals. The Timpview Thunderbirds march down the field with 2:30 left to play and with 2 seconds left on the clock. Luke Thornock, who missed an extra point, who missed a field goal earlier, sends it straight through the uprights and sends Timpview to another 5A state championship game. What a finish.
Oh, that was a close one. That was a close one. But absolutely incredible game by both sides. Very hard in these state championship games. It's going to be tight all the way to the finish. Everybody knows that. But you just don't know. You just don't know what happens in those situations. And I don't know if it was the greatest offensive performance from Timpview. Tate Nakua aside.
Nakua was unbelievable today. He's your MVP of the game.
Tate Nakua aside, he played absolutely tremendous. But a hard-fought bout, when you get into these playoff games, no matter what sport you're in, basketball, football, tennis, and you're in these post-game bouts, you don't know what to expect. You have no idea, and it's going to be dramatic all the way to finish, but the true gutsy teams make it happen. And hats off to Olympus. They played their butts off in this game, making this very, very exciting. And I can't wait to see what this next game brings.
So the Timpview Thunderbirds are in the 5A state championship game in back-to-back years. They will await the winner of Bountiful and Alta. That game will kick off next at 2:30 p.m. here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. We will have that one for you as well here on KSL Sports. What a game, though. I cannot say enough about the Olympus Titans. Down 2 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter slide. They made it happen.
It's beautiful.
They got the lead. They did everything they could. It came down to a kick. And give Timpview credit. They were able to convert the 24-yard field goal for the win.
But that's what happens, right? It's too much time on the clock, right? They had 3 minutes to let this good Timpview offense drive down the football field and get a field goal. There was too much time on the clock, so they scored, but they scored quickly. And honestly, I can't blame them. It was a perfect opportunity, perfect place on the field to call the double pass. You put it in your good player's hands, and Luke Bryant, he ends up passing the ball to Caden Lloyd and making that happen. Heartbreaking loss for Olympus. Hard-fought game. Hard-fought game to get all the way to Rice-Eccles Stadium is exactly what this school has been longing for, and they just couldn't come through.
We'll be going down to Mary-Lou's Cook here shortly. She's got Helaman Kasuga. How about Timpview? Their sophomore quarterback leads a game-winning drive. A lot of things had to work out for Timpview on that final drive. They were able to make it happen.
What a time for Tate Nakua to show up, though, right?
And I guess got to give credit to Luke Thornock. Slide, we talked about it earlier. Ted Lasso, be a goldfish. You miss an extra point, and you miss a field goal attempt early in the game, and any of this wouldn't have needed to happen. But then they call on you to win a game at the end, and you were ready, and you made it. You put it right through the uprights. Let's go down to Mary-Lou's Cook with Helaman Kasuga.
Helaman, earlier today, I got to chat with your parents, and I asked them about the message that they had for you heading into this one. And your dad, Nephi, told me to have it, he told you to have an attitude of gratitude, because if you're grateful, you can't be scared. How did that play a role in today's game for you?
I obviously told the offense, and I was able to translate that to the offense, and I was like, guys, we need to play with gratitude, because you can't beat it. we're grateful to play in this wonderful stadium. We're grateful to have such a great team this year and be able to play Olympus in the semifinals, because there's not a lot of teams that get this opportunity. So if you're able to just play with gratitude, then I think you should be chilling. And I think that was just one thing that was able to keep me poised and calm and collective on that last drive at the end of the game.
I'm so impressed with how calm, cool, and collected you still are in this moment now. Now, getting to return to the state championship game, your dad told me that 365 days since then, that is what you've been thinking about. That's what you've been talking about. Now to be heading back there, what is the feeling?
Obviously, it's a great moment, and I'm grateful for my team that's put me in this position and the coaches as well. And obviously, it was a goal of mine to be able to revisit this place and make it my home and our team's home for this state championship. So we're ready to go up to the board tomorrow. Actually, I'm pretty sure we have film in the morning, so we'll be able to draw plays and we'll see who wins this next semifinal game. But we're just super grateful that we'll be able to play in the ship again.
We have to talk about Tay Nakua. What is your chemistry like with him?
Me and Tay have a great chemistry. Obviously, we don't have the twins, so we don't have that chemistry as well. But I think me and Tan I think that's all we need to just be able to dominate on the field. And we obviously spent so much time on the offseason. It's great to see it pay off. And he gives me feedback, and I give him feedback. So we'll be able to build up on that going into our last game.
Helaman, congratulations heading back to the state championship. Congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So welcome. All right, back to you guys.
Mariluz, thank you. Wow, Sly, I'm just taking it all in here. That was fun.
Yeah, it was.
That was really special.
That was an exciting last 5 minutes of that football game.
Real quick, your final thoughts before we send it down to the KSL Sports Rewind crew.
Man, I have so many. That was an epic battle, right? You know, there are so many seniors on this Olympus team. From the dynamic of the Timpview team, the makeup of that team, sophomore quarterback leading them to this point, poised and getting the ball into the right hands. Tay Nakua having a great game. Matsumari coming up big in that first half, keeping this team in it, right? We expected Timpview to come in here and roll, and that wasn't the case at all. Very, very impressed with both of these teams and how well they're coached, how they handled this moment, how they handled the end of the football game. We went into the halftime. Olympus was down by 6, and they're like, this game ain't over. It's nothing. Then Timpview went up by another touchdown. This game ain't over. And so it's just tremendous to see these two teams in the finals. You can see why they were in the semifinals. A very exciting game. So awesome to see that. And the double pass at the end, Helaman to drive. As he said, the goldfish mentality for the kicker to come back and kick the game-winning field goal and send them to the state finals. It's going to be another good one next week.
I'm going to have to use the old cliche, it's a shame someone had to lose.
Yes.
But that's how this works, and Timpview found a way, and they're headed back to the state championship game after a 22-20 victory over Olympus in an instant classic, one of the great high school football playoff games we've seen over the years here at Rice-Eccles Stadium. Congratulations to Olympus on a great season and giving us everything they had in this game and giving us a classic. And congratulations to the Timpview Thunderbirds, who are headed to the 5A state championship game next Friday night. They'll face the winner of our next game, Bountiful and Alta. We'll have that game for you coming up at 2:30.